Craving your next action-packed adventure? Audible delivers thrills of every kind on your command, like Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, where a lone astronaut must save humanity from extinction, narrated with stunning intensity by Ray Porter. From electrifying suspense and daring quest to spine-tingling horror and romance in far-off realms, unleash your adventurous side with gripping titles that'll keep you guessing. Discover exclusive Audible originals, hotly anticipated new releases, and must-listen bestsellers that hook you from the first minute. Because Audible knows there's no greater thrill than the one that speaks to you. Discover what lies beyond the edge of your seat. Start your free 30-day trial at audible.com/WonderyUS. That's audible.com/WonderyUS.
Did you know that parents rank financial literacy as the #1 most difficult life skill to teach? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app for families. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn to earn, save, and spend wisely, and parents can rest easy knowing their kids are learning about money with guardrails in place. Try Greenlight risk-free today at greenlight.com/Wondery.
Get ready to enjoy the best podcast of your life on The Courtney Show Podcast, fueled by Salt and Smoke.
Sometimes things are tough, but if you got your family, it's enough. Making lots of friends along the way, especially in the Great Taste Gang. We've got your latest food news and scores from the Cardinals and the Blues. Nikki's part of the crew, and Greg Warren too. SeaWorld and Brando and TC2. And Afton and Sean and Emily. And Mark and Marty and Randy. Guy and Risley. And all the moms and convies. Welcome to the Courtney Show.
It's the very beginning of the workday, and we got a hard-boiled egg being peeled.
I don't want to hear it.
Straight out of the gate.
I knew there was going to be some commentary.
I can't smell anything. I'm a little allergy stuffed, so
Well, good.
do you smell anything?
I don't notice the egg as much as I did the watermelon yesterday.
Watermelon, really?
You can smell watermelon?
Oh,
I don't think that. I think that's in
a
your head.
watermelon and an egg, totally.
I can
Different.
smell the watermelon.
I don't think these have a strong eggy presence.
Did
They
you
don't.
did you get low odor eggs?
I did. They're specialty.
I like that you're a preparer.
I'm trying. I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah, I mean, because this is your whole life. You've never had to wake up this early and start a job at 5 something.
I did in my TV news days.
Yeah, I wondered about the TV.
But yeah, my TV days. But it's been quite some time since those days. I mean, like 15 years or
Were
something.
you as disciplined then?
Not with like prepping stuff.
Yeah, like food. Like that's why I just
Yeah.
pretty much go hungry, and then at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm like, what can I eat? I turn into a monster. Like every good intention I had early
Yes.
is out the window because
Yes.
you're just so hungry.
Yes.
Hungry.
Yep.
Well, because I have breakfast in the morning. I know you don't.
No.
Maybe during the show you'll.
I'll try.
snack on something.
I've had this apple sitting here for 2 days, man.
I have an
Yeah.
extra egg.
I've got yogurt in the fridge. I don't know.
I always have something in the morning, but then in my mind, it's like, I'll have breakfast in the morning and then I have lunch when I get home.
Yeah.
And that's a sensible schedule. But I forget that I'm here for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
So I have breakfast and then I don't eat anything for like 7 hours, 8 hours. Like, that's not a normal day.
Almost every single day. Well, there's 2 things with Nick. So at some point every day when I talk to him on the phone, because he's my talk on my drive home.
Oh, yeah.
At least some point when we talk, when he's at work, I hear him pee at least once. That's number 1. I'm like, oh, good. I'm so glad you saved this for me.
It's like, oh, I'm glad you called. I really had to go.
So that's number 1, and he's going number 1. And the other thing is, at almost every day, he's eating lunch as I'm driving home. Like I don't even know how long he's been at the office.
Been there for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It's like time to eat.
It's lunchtime, man.
It's like a hobbit.
I'm like, I haven't even had one meal yet. And you're already going to lunch.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a schedule and they abide by it.
I like it.
So this morning I noticed Ray, Pause, who fills in for Marty every once in a while, playing the clips for Throwback Live. We love him. He's a real master at connections, by the way.
Is he?
He's getting those purples first, almost. I'd say he's an 80% purple first.
Are you serious?
I think he tries. That's his goal, is to get those purple.
I got it second yesterday.
I got it first yesterday because he sent me a picture. And so then I knew one of them right away, but I'm like, well, I don't want to guess that one first because I want to get purple first.
Yeah.
Took me a long time. All right, so he this morning I noticed was drinking an RC Cola.
Oh,
really?
Yes. And I was like, who's got the RC? It was sitting in the kitchen. I said, I found him at Schnucks.
Really?
There's some kind of RC Cola Zero. Didn't even know they were back.
Oh, it's out there.
The regular RC Cola is too?
Oh, yeah.
Do you like RC?
Zero.
I'm not a big cola drinker, so I'm not seeking out any of them.
I said, if you're going to have RC.
I sat out the cola wars.
You did? You didn't? You never got into the colas at all?
I went to Switzerland.
Are you a Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, I like the other stuff. I like the Dr. Peppers and the orange sodas and
Gotcha.
Mountain Dew, and that's my world.
He said that in Metropolis, Illinois, which he goes to every year for the Superman Festival.
Nerd.
I know. He also talked to me about how he's so bummed he's going to be in England for the premiere of Superman.
Oh, yeah. What a bummer.
It's like his thing. He's got to look at his hat today.
Yeah, he's got the Superman hat on.
New
that's,
hat.
and that's the new Superman logo.
It is. If he goes to Metropolis every year for the Superman
Big
Festival.
time
Wearing
fan.
that hat.
This is serious.
He's a big fan. So, where was I going with that?
RC Cola.
Oh, yeah, RC Cola.
Yeah, he said in Metropolis, they have RC Cola like everywhere.
Really?
Like in store, like in gas stations. Like it's just readily available. So they haven't given up. Metropolis hasn't.
No, there's some restaurant I was at that had RC.
On the tap?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's weird.
It's a commitment.
Well, some of there's like a restaurant group that always has like all the what's it called in Illinois and Clinton County?
Oh, the XL sodas.
XL sodas.
Yeah.
Like
there's a lot of places.
The Calzone place.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Sauce on the side.
Sauce on the side does. There's a bunch of places that are carrying all the XL
Yeah, I feel
stuff,
like,
which is cool to see.
I know. We really need to
because there are
support that.
We talk about ski, but like their other stuff is good.
Yeah.
That frosty root beer.
Root beer is good.
It's all good stuff.
The lemon lime's not bad. Mm-hmm. So he's going on the RC, and then let me see what else I wanted to talk about early. So I was out for a little while yesterday. I had a meeting. Is there a place in our city right now that doesn't have construction going on somewhere?
Oh my gosh.
I think you're running into all of it.
Everything. So yesterday I had to leave here and go left. I know. Because I had to.
Okay?
Yeah, I was fine.
What were you thinking?
It shook me a little.
Yeah.
Instead of right to get on 270, but I had to go to Lindbergh, and it was something that was right off of Lindbergh South. And construction on Olive, one lane. Took me forever to get to Lindbergh. Then I get to Lindbergh, go to my appointment. It was all great. Didn't know this was happening, and I'm sure I'm like one of the last people to know, but on Lindbergh, you can't get onto 64 if you're going south on Lindbergh.
You can't?
It's like all blown up. I don't know what they're doing.
I didn't know that.
So you have to make a left on Conway and then do all this backtracking. I feel terrible for the neighborhood, the Conway neighborhood, because you have steady trucks and traffic, and it's just a heavy duty disruption. Mm-hmm. Then on 64 in Illinois, by near me, they're doing something there.
Yep.
It's like
I ran into that yesterday.
Did you run into it?
Yeah.
You got to get over.
Yep.
They have both lanes shut down.
I can't remember.
Like after 159?
Yep.
Or somewhere around there.
What is going on here?
Yeah. So look ahead before you travel anywhere anymore. And I think Neurological Cindy sent me all this different construction that they just announced.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, summertime is that's when you do that.
I know, but man, we're so squeezed for our main arteries right now. There's so much going on.
You guys are just shell shocked from 255.
255's really, it's not affected me as much, but man, for like you, Afton.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Living in West Belleville.
Yeah.
It's messed us up for sports stuff.
And
when we're going up to, the triads and, Edwardsville
the
and stuff like that.
easiest way to get there.
It's like, where am I going?
Yep.
I gotta zigzag around.
Luckily, it's not affected your Costco trips. It's affected a lot of people over by us, their trips to Costco, though.
Yeah,
I'm waiting.
Fine for me.
I'm waiting on a membership until those shenanigans are over.
The rumor is that they're going to finish a month early.
I thought you were going to say
July.
we were getting a Costco
I just saw an update on it. I actually took a screenshot of it. It said it'll be done by the end of July. So I don't know if that's
July?
early
Oh,
or
that's not early. That's not early. That was the
They're
time.
not getting their bonuses.
Yep. Sorry. Way to go.
You had a chance.
Maybe their intention was to get done early, and then some inspector showed up and went, this bridge is going to fall over tomorrow. And they're like, oh.
Yeah, because I did hear that it was
Done.
going to be a month early, which would be the end of this month. But you just saw an update.
That was what I saw.
All right, Boo. What about you guys? How was your day yesterday?
Mostly unaffected by construction. It was good.
That's good.
For the most part. There is construction going on in Waterloo, just in case you're wondering. But it was good. Talked to the kids a little bit. They're all in Florida, and we have a little text group with the family. And so we kind of stay in touch. And Alex has accused me of being a helicopter parent because I'm like texting them and calling them. And yesterday they got really active, and Aaron got a hat. And so, because Aaron's in like Pensacola, and then the other three are in Fort Myers. So they're, hours apart. But he got a hat and he posted a picture like, check out my hat. And then that started some conversation. And there were lots of letters being thrown around. And I had to Google all of them to figure out what was going on. There's a lot of Gen Z. And I was like, I had to look them up because I thought if I bring this up, I got to make sure if I mention them, I'm not saying bad things.
Right.
So
And
did you
it's
look them up?
all bad things.
Did you look
Oh, they
them all
are?
up?
They're all bad?
It's all terrible.
Oh, but they think they're real Cody with you guys.
Yes.
Like
they think I don't know how to
They
Google.
don't know what this means.
Or they don't care,
Yeah.
But I think they're going in specifically on the abbreves just to, stick it to old mom and dad.
Yeah, like we're
Look what we're doing.
Clever.
We're having a
Yeah.
conversation. We're firing
You
zingers
guys
at
don't
each other.
know what we're talking about.
Most of the abbrev zings were coming from Owen.
Yeah,
of course.
That
But
doesn't. that's not shocking.
They were going back and forth. And then last night, I have been like a couple nights, I was kind of FaceTiming Amelia, like, hey, what's going on? And the last night I got home late. We had baseball practice, and I was, getting ready to go to bed. And then I get a FaceTime from her, and she's like, you didn't call. I was like, I didn't.
Oh, this is a thing.
I thought she was annoyed whenever I called. I was like, oh, okay. So then we were having a conversation, and she started asking Alex a question. And when I got home last night, Alex was laying on the couch, sat down to eat or whatever, and then she was standing in front of me, and then finally she was like, I can't believe you didn't even notice my hair. I was like, what? Well, she, I guess, had an appointment yesterday, which I didn't know about, and like chopped her hair off. And I was like, oh my God, yes, your hair is
especially if she chopped it off.
It's chopped.
Come on, man.
Like to the point where
Be better.
I thought it was in like a ponytail or something. Like it was just.
Oh, okay. Well, that's reasonable.
But I mean,
get a slide
I'm
for
not
that.
paying attention, and I never noticed, so it's indefensible.
Nick never noticed.
Really?
No notices. No.
And so I'm talking to Amelia, and Alex starts talking to her, and so FaceTime. So I just turn the phone, and Alex is like all the way across on the other side of the room, and Amelia immediately was like, "What happened to your hair?"
How short are we talking?
Short. I mean, like here or whatever that is.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yes.
You have a
So,
picture? I want to see it.
Yeah.
I don't have a picture.
Alex, send us a picture.
Yeah. Is she listening now?
Probably. She might be up.
Okay.
I want to see it.
I do too.
But yeah, but then Amelia, because I was like, oh, see, Amelia, good job, good daughter.
Yep.
She notices, I don't. And then Amelia started like criticizing it.
Oh, no.
You don't do that on the first day haircut.
Like, Amelia, you ruined it. You were in the lead. And then you had to,
What was
you had
she
to take her
criticizing
down.
about it?
Just like, oh, did you, but that's really short. Did you cut that? Or, like just making kind of.
Summer is the cutting time
Oh, yeah.
for women.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Her hair was really long, so I'm not surprised. When it gets really long, I'm sure she has so much hair.
She's
goes to her, be hot.
And she goes to a curly hair expert.
Yes, but it was straightened too. So she had it cut and then it was straightened, so it's a very different look. So it should hold on to the straight, I think, today. Usually
takes a while. It takes
usually
a while.
Get a couple days out of that, I think.
Yeah.
If it's done well.
Well, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. We need a picture.
It's a new look. We'll see if she'll send us a picture.
Alex Afton.
I'll answer to anything, really.
And with an A.
Yeah.
Only with an A.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so not a lot going on yesterday, but Ryan and I didn't really do the best communicating as far as our schedules go. So I had a thing last night, and he had band practice, and neither of us wanted to cancel our things, so we were like, Jude's in charge.
16-year-old Jude.
He's 16, yeah. Beck's 14, and then we have the 7-year-olds. And we've done it a couple of times. It doesn't go very well. Jude is a straight and narrow, no funny business kind of guy. And the twins love funny business. So they see an opportunity. It's like they smell fear.
Yeah.
And they just really take advantage of that. So I'm like, listen, I will pay you. Because he's trying to get this Nintendo Switch too.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, dollar signs in his eyes. He's like, okay, I can do this. And I'm like, but I need it to just be no drama. Like, you can do this, just...
I want 6 phone calls.
Yeah. So I didn't get 6 phone calls, and he did text me. He decided to take him in the pool, which I'm like, it's fine. But we've decided, on The Office when Michael Scott goes on a date, he becomes Date Mike.
Yes.
Yeah.
Puts a hat on.
It's like this alternate personality that's terrible.
Yes.
We've decided that John turns into Pool John when he gets in the pool.
Yeah.
So Pool John
does not want to get out.
And Jude are not a good mix. No, he's just like, let's be insane in the pool and splash and jump on people and, just lose our minds.
When he gets in the pool.
When he gets in the pool. It's like activated by water, I guess. I don't know.
So he's a gremlin.
Yes, he's a gremlin. I couldn't call because Jude was in the pool, so he wasn't answering the phone. So I'm like having Beck go check on them like out the window every couple minutes.
Each other?
Or is it going okay?
Beck was like, I'm totally out on this.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, he's getting paid.
Yeah.
He's
like, you're going to get that kid wet. I know what happens.
Yeah. So I'm like calling him and he's checking. They're fine. So by the time I get home, Jude is frazzled. He is like, and he goes, I don't know how you do this every day.
It's a good way to have them appreciate what you're doing.
And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. You did great. It's fine.
They're alive.
That's all I cared about. Everybody's alive, and now we got to go to bed. So.
And were they tired out then?
Oh, they were so tired. They were in the pool for a long time.
Oh, they were.
He wore them out.
Well, he probably didn't want to deal with getting them out. He's just like, I'll just let them swim until they want to get out, and didn't realize they'll just never want to get out.
Right, exactly. So that was funny. He was like a cartoon character. Like, he had the shakes and his eyes were so wide from the stress of babysitting for an hour and a half.
So you guys were both out last night.
Yeah.
No hang time at home and watch just down.
No.
It's hard when you have night things.
Yeah, I didn't see Ryan at all. Like, I left in my normal time in the morning and he was at work, and then I came home for just a second to drop the twins off and left, and then he wasn't home yet, and then he went to...
Yeah, it's weird, right?
We never saw each other.
I didn't see her all day, Alex, all day yesterday.
Yeah.
When I did, didn't even look like her.
You still didn't see her.
I was like, who are you? When did that happen?
Somebody texted and said 314 said, I got my nose pierced and my husband didn't notice.
Oh my goodness.
My primary care physician, who I only see once a year, did notice and commented on how cute it was. My husband never, ever noticed. How do you miss a hole in somebody's face with jewelry in it that never used to be there?
I feel like that's a big one.
I like that. I like that for a possible question of the day. Like, what big change was made and you waited for them to notice and then you finally had to tell them?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question.
Like, maybe it's new furniture, whatever it is. Like, and it could be she didn't notice or he didn't notice,
right.
But odds are the husband
Yeah, it's going to
is
be us.
not paying attention
Right.
as much. So that's a good question of the day today. You guys can text us anytime on the Cheney window and door text line. So that'll be one of the questions today. I may come up with another one. I'm not sure. We have a lot to do today, so it's not a terrible idea to get it rolling. Who's on the hotline? I am really, really excited about the mystery that is the guest that will be calling the hotline today in the 9 o'clock hour. Brando and Afton don't know. We try to surprise each other each week with a surprise guest. So our Who's on the Hotline, it'll be a little after 9. Besides that, we have Wheel of Questions. We've got that Superman premiere trip up for grabs. We just want to remind you, because we're bad at that, that you need to go to 1065thearch.com and register. You can register for a trip for 4 to LA to walk the red carpet, see the Superman premiere in the beginning of July, and you get airfare, hotel, and it's going to be a really cool thing that you get to experience. So don't forget to go to the website, do that. We have tickets, Macy Gray. That's in the 7 o'clock hour with Throwback Live, and then Halsey in the 9 o'clock hour with First 5 Notes. I think Brando's put together a For Real or No Deal that we will participate in a little later on this morning. And if you guys, again, want to text us, Cheney window and door text line 314-669-4665.
The Hollywood Outsider on 106.5 The Arch.
Blake Lively issued a statement on the dismissal of that Justin Baldoni defamation countersuit that was going against her. She said she is now, quote, more resolved than ever to continue to stand for every woman's right to have a voice in protecting themselves, including their safety, their integrity, their dignity, and their story. So she's taking a victory lap.
I'm very curious because we found out yesterday when we talked. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this, but I am curious since Afton seems to really be into this story. Whose side?
Oh, I'm on Baldoni's side.
Okay.
Blake is giving Mean Girl vibes. Mm-hmm. I don't like that.
And you've read a bunch on this topic, and
well, anytime I say I've read a bunch, it just means that I've watched a lot of TikTok videos
and read
just
some
so
headlines.
You know, or like I heard somewhere. It's TikTok.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think this is. I don't think it's. I'm not buying it.
They may both lose.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, 'cause he's out now, so she's still in it, but her suit may not make it either.
Yeah, it seems like some just bad behavior.
What do you think, though? Man, I said I didn't want to talk about this forever.
You do.
Yes, though, aren't you?
Well, I'm curious what Afton thinks about. How about that PR firm he hired to, like...
Yeah, to just do a smear campaign against her.
It's been a while since I heard that piece of it, but if I remember right, that wasn't necessarily what the purpose was. Like that, it was kind of misconstrued that way. I need to go back into some of my standard TikTok experts on this topic, which I'm sure they have updates now because of this development. Mm-hmm. So
I will say that, good or bad, I never knew the name Justin Baldoni.
Yeah,
it's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
In my life.
I'll at least remember that for another couple months.
Yeah, maybe a couple months.
Maybe.
If it's in a trivia night, I'd probably be like, what's his name?
Jared Baldoni's. Miley Cyrus says her family is emerging from a, quote, dark decade. She said, half of us weren't speaking to each other at one point, and we cleaned all that up. That was a really important part of my year this year, was all of my family putting those lines of communication back together, because they were like all fighting and not talking to each other, and a lot of issues with the marriage, and her mom married the guy and nobody liked that, and it was a problem. She talked also she was on Monica Lewinsky's podcast when she was talking about it. She revealed that there was a time when her brother and sister didn't want to go to school because of how humiliated they were to be related to her. So this is not in the Hannah Montana days. This is in the Wrecking Ball days. And
I thought it was Hannah Montana related.
No, it was all that stuff. She said, I had a lot of guilt about how hard it would have been to be my sibling or my parent and how embarrassing. So she has a lot of regrets.
Yeah. I mean, listen, she grew up in front of everyone. You changed so much. That's why getting a tattoo really young, not a great idea because what you think is going to be a part of your life forever, you may not love Yosemite Sam in 25 years.
Yeah, and then you get the. Remember Pete Davidson talking about how painful and how
getting them
long
removed.
it's taking for him to get all
You
of
think
those.
you got it all figured out? You don't.
Nope. Then you're zapping in the chair. Roseanne claims she was asked to guest star on The Conners as a ghost.
Oh, no.
Now, you may remember she was fired from the show from some stuff she tweeted about and then killed off on the show via a drug overdose. So she couldn't have just returned. But she says they wanted her to come back as a ghost in a new documentary called Roseanne is America. So she's a part of it. She says, "You're asking me to come back to the show that you blanking stole from me and killed me, and now want me to show up because you've got blanking bad ratings and play a ghost."
I don't know if I believe it.
Everything is like, well, did this really happen? We don't know. Or was it just kind of floated to her at some point like, hey, would you ever consider coming back as a ghost? And now in her mind, she's like, they were begging me to come back.
Yeah.
She says she told them, I'm going to be bowling that week. Maybe she was bowling. Someone shared a screenshot of 2 texts that they got from a contact named Grandpa. So it looks like somebody's grandpa texted them about Justin Bieber. It said, I'm worried about Justin Bieber. There is so much heartbreak in Justin's life.
What?
I mean, you could just make this, right? But then they shared it on their Instagram or whatever. Like, look, my grandpa's really worried about Justin Bieber. Justin somehow saw it and commented, he said, worry about yourself, Gramps.
I thought you were going to say he was like, I'm doing okay, Grandpa.
I like that he said that. I think it's funny.
Because he's thinking the same thing.
'Cause
We're
we
thinking,
don't-
like, this is not real.
Yeah.
This is not somebody's grandpa.
But it might be real.
Maybe it was. But
You know, like there's certain people that, like your parents or their friends, that they just get caught up in some kind of story that's out of the blue for them.
yeah,
I could see it happening.
worry about yourself, Gramps.
I like that.
When Dakota Johnson won the Razzie for Worst Actress last year for Madam Web, at the time she got a message from a fellow honoree.
Sandra Bullock sent me a voice note being like, I heard you are in the Razzie Club and we should have brunch. We should have a monthly brunch. Because I guess she won that the year that she won the Oscar.
Yeah, so Sandra Bullock won Worst Actress.
For The Blind Side?
No, for All About Steve. But it was in 2010, and that was the same year that she won Best Actress for The Blind Side.
I thought
so
her
she won
character-
Worst and Best in the same year.
I thought her character in What About Steve was very funny.
Well, I guess, sometimes Razzies will do
it's not a good movie.
Clever
Yeah.
stuff. Maybe it was bad enough that they were like, she's going to win the Oscar for
Like,
Blind
let's do
Side.
that.
Let's give her
Yes.
the worst
Yeah.
for this other movie. But she showed up to accept the Razzie.
Dakota?
Sandra Bullock.
Oh,
So
that's
she was there
funny.
for both.
That seems like, it's funny because Dakota Johnson is from Hollywood royalty.
Yeah.
So for her to get starstruck, I saw a clip of this because I saw a clip of this Good Hang, and she said she's a movie star. Like, it really affected her.
Yeah. Orlando Bloom doesn't have to worry about those microplastics running around in him anymore. He spent $13,000 on a procedure to remove all of the microplastics from his blood. So
Is
they're all
that-
gone now.
There's a procedure out there that can do that?
You can absolutely pay for a procedure that claims to do
exactly.
Oh, my.
that. Ginger from Gilligan's Island was spotted out in New York City the other day.
How old is she?
She's 91.
Aw.
Tina Louise is the
Now I gotta
sole
look her up.
remaining
Yeah.
member of the cast. So
Is she?
Ginger.
Yeah, she's the only one
Last
left.
one. I think it was her and Marianne was the last two alive.
Aw.
A new Wonder Woman
I mean,
movie.
Thurston and Lovey were like 80 when they were on
Or
Gilligan's
were
Island.
they?
Sure.
They were.
I bet
Well,
Mr. Howell was
yeah.
probably
Okay,
28.
I'm gonna look it up. Lovey.
She had to be, his wife had to be old, right? I
He
mean,
did the voice of Mr. Magoo too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Jim
he did.
Backus. Is that
Yeah,
his name?
He had to do voices. He had a great voice.
He did.
The professor, I bet the professor was 28.
Okay. I'm gonna look them all up. All right.
Yeah, I want to know
So
how
I'm gonna
old
look-
they
I'll
were
let you guys all know.
on the show.
Okay.
Because it started, that's things in black and white at the beginning. It goes way back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who do you think the youngest was? Was it Gilligan?
Gilligan.
Was he really the youngest?
I think
though?
he was. In
Seems
my
like
opinion.
it. But maybe it was
he
like-
was presented as the youngest.
Maybe it was like Marianne and Ginger.
I bet
It was actually Lovey.
Marianne.
Mrs. Howell. She was the
I
youngest.
bet
one.
Marianne was the youngest.
How did they have so many clothes?
So many clothes.
Well, Gilligan didn't. The skipper.
I know.
Two of them just had the
But
same
the
outfit on.
Howells
But the Howells had
had
everything.
trunks.
Yes.
And they were just going on a 3-hour tour. All right, this conversation has happened before. A new Wonder Woman movie is in the works, and it will not star Gal Gadot. The movie will be in addition to an HBO series about Wonder Woman's home of whatever it is. Themyscira, I think is how you say it. It's like a fictitious land.
With the ladies.
Yes, of all ladies. So this is all part of James Gunn's reboot of the DC universe. So I don't think any of the OG, any of these DC people are going to
Yeah, and
be
if they
the
keep
original
one,
character.
wouldn't you have your feelings hurt?
Yeah, no kidding.
Definitely.
Wait, what? They say season 3 of The Last of Us is going to focus on the story of Abby. So she's a big part of season 2.
Yes,
They say season 3 is going to be it's going to really focus on her, I guess.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of kind of mystery about like what's going on here. So, but that's the role that's played by that Caitlin Dever.
Yeah.
Caitlin Dever.
I think it's Dever. I don't know.
So I'm sure we're going to learn a lot in the next season. You haven't even watched season 2 yet.
No, but I know who she is because she was in
Right.
the first episode.
Yes.
And so I'm like, I know who she is.
Yeah, you get some stuff. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, we talked about the best movie dads. Today, we've got a list of the best TV dads. So we went movie dads. Now we got TV dads. I've got a bunch in no particular order. If you want to throw any out, you can. It's up to you.
Best TV dads, well, it would have been for years if he wouldn't have been gross. Bill
Yeah.
Cosby.
Yeah, they didn't.
Heathcliff Huxtable.
They didn't bother putting him on the
Yeah.
list.
What a bummer.
He's removed. But yeah, it would have been.
What about Danny Tanner?
Yep, he's on there. Full House.
I don't know. I can't.
I mean, there's
think
just
of, I'm
so
trying
many.
to think of.
It's got to be
There's
like
some, like,
the
questionable ones,
Growing
like-
Pains dad.
Yeah,
whatever his
and
name
they've got
was.
like Al Bundy on here. Like he wasn't a good dad.
Tony
but-
Maselli.
Tony Maselli. Yes. Who's the boss?
Homer Simpson.
Homer Simpson's on there. Ward Cleaver. Tim Taylor from Home Improvement. But, you know, the whole list, it's up on the blog, I think, if you want to. Or no, I didn't. This is not a blog post.
Oh,
It's just on the radio.
okay. Yeah, who cares?
It's a radio
Mr.
exclusive.
Cunningham from
How many times have you done
Happy
best
Days.
TV dads in your lifetime on radio?
I know.
Seriously.
This was just our prep folks basically put this list
No,
together.
but I mean, it's we
But
do
it's
it every
the same
year.
list
It's
every year. Yeah. So all those dads, they're back.
Yeah.
I'm Brando, your Hollywood outsider.
All right, so I looked it up. Mr. Howell was 51.
51. Okay. That's
Wow.
way older than I would have
And-
said in the 40s.
And Mrs. Howell, it looks like she was probably 60,
I think she was probably the
62.
oldest.
Those are the only two I've had time to look up.
Dang it.
Well, I had to be a part of what you
Yeah.
were doing, too. I can't
Yeah.
totally focus
No.
on this. So that makes me feel a little better.
Yeah, they were.
But I'm still older than Mr. Howell was when he started on Gilligan's Island.
All right, I got the list.
Okay.
Who
I
do
could
you
have just
think-
looked up who was the oldest and youngest on Gilligan's Island, but I didn't.
Who do you think the oldest was? You've thrown out a couple ages.
The oldest was Lovey.
Mrs. Howell, yeah.
Correct. 64, as
Yeah.
you said. Who do you think the youngest was? I said Marianne.
I think Ginger.
I think Gilligan.
Ginger? Gilligan. Gilligan was 29. Buttercup. Why do they have her listed as Tina Louise, who was
Ginger.
Ginger.
It says Buttercup. Was that her actual?
I don't remember any.
No.
It's weird. It might just be an AI hiccup. She was 31. So Gilligan, 29. Ginger, 31. Marianne, 25.
Oh, wow.
So she was the
You
youngest.
were right.
Professor, any guesses?
I think he was
35.
40.
34. I said like 29. I was guessing low. And did we get them all? I think that's it.
What about the skipper?
Oh,
Yeah.
Skipper. How old do you think he was?
40. I'm saying
45.
40.
Split the difference. 43.
43.
Wow.
Yeah, only one person in their 60s, Mrs. Howell, and one in their 50s.
That's not that whole list doesn't isn't as crazy to me as Sanford and Son is.
No, it's not.
The Sanford and Son, I don't know. And the Wilford Brimley, I've known for so many years now that it doesn't affect me anymore.
Right.
What, he wasn't super old?
Oh, no.
No.
They have a Wilford Brimley cocoon line for every celebrity that hits Wilford Brimley's age. Like it was, what was he? 50 maybe?
Really?
And he's in a nursing home.
Yeah.
But I don't, but like I remember when you see all the people that have hit the Wilford Brimley line celebrities, you're like, well, that looks totally different than Wilford did.
Yeah.
Totally. But the Sanford and Son thing, I mean,
Wild.
Grady was like 41. He looks like the oldest man ever. All right, let's get a look at your traffic. We've got best things coming up in just a few minutes.
The Courtney Show.
Can't wait to show my friends today. Best thing I saw yesterday.
Saw a few things that brought me a laugh. And one of them I posted on the blog today because you just kind of have to see it. It's from Instagram, and it's a dad standing at the refrigerator with a pen, and it says, "Prepare your kids for social media by putting their artwork on the fridge and writing a bunch of mean comments underneath."
I like that.
Really sloppy work here, kid. That made me laugh. And then there were a couple other things I have. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. This is more interesting than the best thing. I don't follow them, but I gave them a follow because of this post. Merriam-Webster wrote, "It is permissible in English for a preposition to be what you end a sentence with."
I like that.
They said the idea that it should be avoided came from writers who were trying to align the language with Latin, but there is no reason to suggest ending a sentence with a preposition is wrong.
What are the prepositions again?
Well, to, like...
About, above, beyond. We
Yeah.
had to we had to memorize a bunch of them.
I don't remember these things. It was
So you're doing
I think
100 years
I'm
ago.
doing it all the
with,
time.
I think them ending that sentence
they,
with
they did it on purpose.
Yeah.
It's like, where are you going to?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 2 is the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Like you're not supposed to end it with a sentence.
Well, they're saying it's a bunch of malarkey.
I like that. Sometimes it's unavoidable.
Or then when you hit it, you beat yourself up about it. Like, why did I didn't even, I could have omitted that word and
Yeah.
I just didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Real lazy.
Yep.
But the dictionary people are like, that's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, but we're so
But you know what?
casual with everything
They're in
anymore.
the word game. They're not really in the sentence game, so I don't know if we can believe them.
Yeah, you're right.
They're just working with words.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
We need the sentence version of this.
And then I saw this that made me laugh. You'll like this, I think. Afton, you won't care.
I shall see about that.
Meow123 said, "Just ask this girl Hannah how she spells her name, and she just said, 2 of everything, darling."
It's so
Oh
funny
my God,
because
it is. 2 H's, 2 A's.
You were so right
N's.
that one was for me because I also saved it.
Did you?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
It's great, isn't it?
It's so good.
2 of everything, darling. I wonder when that happened in her life.
Yeah.
When
2 of
she
everything.
figured that out.
Yeah,
that she
because
could
she
just use
says
that.
she says that
Great.
to everyone, and it's so. How lucky is she that she has that?
Yep. Yep.
All right, that's what I have this morning.
That's good. I've got, this is from, all right, I'll admit, straight out of the gate, this is a dumb joke. And I don't
Here
normally,
we go.
I don't normally promote these types of things, but I have a bit of a standing rule that if I get any sort of chuckle, I'm like, well, apparently that made me laugh. So I'm going
All
to
right.
save it. And if
It's a
I
good
can't find anything
disclaimer.
better, then I'm gonna bring it up. So this is from Johan, who said, "A chicken saw a duck standing by the side of the road. The chicken called out to the duck, 'Don't do it, pal. You'll never hear the end of it.'"
That's pretty good.
Get it?
Uh-huh.
Alex sent me this. It just says, it's like a meme or whatever. She said, it says, "Marry someone who says things like, 'I'm so proud of you. I can't believe you're mine. You can do it, baby. I don't know where this extra cat came from, but he fits in great with our other cats.'"
Remember that with that text that we got from one of our GTGers that said she brought 2 new cats in, and her husband didn't know. It was a while
Yeah, he
ago.
like didn't notice for a while.
Yeah, no. 'Cause she has more than a few, and she's like, he
He's
just
not gonna
doesn't. He doesn't
notice.
notice.
What's a couple more?
But yeah.
Mix a couple more cats in. Who's gonna notice?
That's very funny.
That's what I got.
All right, Afton.
Ryan sent me this one. It says, happy the pool counts as a bath season to all those who participate.
Oh, for sure.
That Ryan's a big, they don't need a shower. They were in the pool.
I
It's
agree with that.
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
No, it's true.
He's like, there's so many chemicals in there.
Yes.
They're clean.
Yes.
So
The children are clean.
that's how we rolled Sprig's house. And then, Jaws has a special place in my heart. We do the 4th of July
you
viewing
watch
of,
it in
of
the pool?
Jaws. We watched it in the pool for the
That's
first
right.
time last year. I think it'll be a thing. But I thought this was really cool. Apparently at the at Universal Studios Hollywood, they have this 50th anniversary Jaws cup. That's the shark head with the oxygen tank
It's
in his
great.
mouth for the straw. I was like, oh man.
2 of my favorite things were both seeing Jaws in California.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was always malfunctioning.
Yes.
And it looked so fake. Mm-hmm. And I think they said that the teeth were made of styrofoam.
Were they really?
Well, so when they were filming stuff and bit down, that's where the blood came. I don't know. I heard that when I was like a 11-year-old, so I don't know if it's
really?
true. But they had all kinds of problems with that Jaws.
Oh yes.
And then the author, lots of regret for Jaws.
Really?
The author of the book.
Oh, letting it become a movie?
Well, people were then,
killing sharks.
yes, and
Yes.
terrified of them. So then he tried to come back and write
Jaws 2 was
a
like
good book about sharks.
Jaws and his friends.
Yes. But
Just
it wasn't
going to
called
a bar.
that.
Jaws and Friends.
But he really did. He had lived with terrible guilt for years because of it.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe it. It feels like before that, people were just swimming in the ocean, just like, there's nothing even out here.
Shark.
I've never even heard of anything that could bite me.
Look at that cute little thing. Is that a dolphin?
All we know about this water is dolphins. We watch Flipper. Flipper's great. Let's go swimming.
Those are the best things. And if you want to see them every day, you can go to the Courtney Show STL. They will be posted on the story. And Afton's on top of social media. So every day, maybe some little surprises that you can look at on our social media pages. The Courtney Show STL. We've got Food Court. That's coming up in just a few minutes on The Arch.
Food Court.
1065 The Arch.
Food Court is brought to you by the Schnucks Rewards app. Earn 2% back on every purchase with the Schnucks Rewards app. Reminder real quick, question of the day. What is something that you changed significantly in your life, on your person, like I'm a cop or something, that your significant other didn't notice? That's the question of the day. And we've gotten a few. But the text line kind of slowed today, and I think we've been highly entertaining.
Agreed.
It's been a hot show, is what we call it.
Cheney window and door text line 314-669-4665. Thank you again to Stacy at Schnucks for providing all of our food taste tests as of late. We have our final chip flavor for the Do Me a Flavor contest. So far, Brando liked the Valentina. Yesterday was the chicken.
The Korean
Korean
fried
chicken.
chicken or something. Yeah.
And then the final flavor, Afton.
Bacon grilled cheese.
Okay.
Try.
Yep, I do.
There's always a little nervousness about the
I always
artificial,
go in for too many because this is just habit. I take multiple.
like the artificial bacon flavor.
You're worried about that?
Sometimes it can be a little. It can be a little weird
I taste a
in our experience.
definite grill.
Yeah? A little
Grill.
smokiness?
It just looks like a cheese chip.
I like a cheese
I don't
chip.
mind this. This is the best one in my opinion. I don't think it's that off from flavors they already have. I mean, you really getting the chemicals there.
Yeah. I like a chemical.
I don't mind it. I don't
Yeah.
hate it. But if I don't know, just give me the cheese.
Yeah.
So it's bacon.
Easy on the bacon.
Yeah.
It is.
It's a good cheese flavor.
Yeah, the cheese is good. Just
little
take
smoky.
this. Just make a grilled cheese flavor.
Yeah.
The bacon is on. Why are we always pushing
I don't-
bacon on everything?
I don't notice the bacon at all.
It's just a little. I'm getting a little hint of aftertaste of bacon, but yeah, it's not bacon forward.
Bacon.
It's not.
I like it.
I'm going to eat one more just to see.
What is your road trip, since we're in road trip time of year, what's your road trip snack that you never eat any other time except when you get on the road for a road trip and it calls you? It's
Yeah.
a weird mental thing.
For years, it was combos.
Yeah, combos are a big one for a lot.
Yeah.
Mine are corn nuts.
Oh, yeah. Brando?
I don't really have.
You don't have one that beckons you when you get that gas and you get on the road. You're like, well, I'm on a road trip, so I'm gonna have to get these.
It's very rare do I grab something, but it's been like spice drops. I've done that
What are
multiple
spice
Is
times.
that an old grandma thing?
Kind of. They're
Are
just
they
like
the
the
gummies?
gumdrops, but they're the spice flavors. So there's like mint and
No, exactly. They're purple. There's purple ones and green
purple
ones.
and green and white,
That sounds
red.
terrible.
Cinnamon is the red.
I don't think you would like it.
I don't know why. They're sweet, but they've got like.
They have sugar on them, right?
Yeah, but they're not overly sweet because they have these like strong flavors to them.
Every once in a while, those orange slices with sugar on them
Yes.
hit just right. They're a little too large. They need to make them a tiny bit smaller because I like to put the whole thing in my mouth and suck the sugar off
Yeah.
and then eat the slice.
Yes, I have a very specific memory with those.
Did you get sick?
No, we went through this phase where we were daring each other to do things. You know, when I was like a preteen, me and my cousins, we dared my cousin to lick all the sugar off and then replace the sugar with sand because we were at the beach and then eat it. And we would pay her, $10 or whatever. And she did it. And that's all I can think about now.
Of course. You were like, had a weird look on your face when I brought up the orange slices.
That's gross.
Now we know where
I
it
just
came
think
from.
of sand.
When we go on like big long road trips, I'll go to Schnucks and those little plastic containers that they have of like the candy, like the bulk size
yeah.
candy. I'll get a bunch of those. And so that I do eat those. So
Yeah,
that's,
those are road trip ones
would've
for us too.
I would have loved it if you were my dad.
I'll load up.
I
So
would-
we'll get gummy worms and gummy bears, and we'll get the orange slices and cherry slices.
I like the chocolate covered peanuts.
Oh, I like those
do
too.
any
I
of the
like a
chocolate-
goober.
I know. Alex
Oh,
always
yeah.
wants the chocolate covered stuff. We're driving in the car, so it's like we'll stop, and the car's going to get hot, and then all the chocolate stuff melts.
No, you just put that in your purse and take it inside with you.
It's like
Put
a
it in your
tub.
purse, Brando.
I don't have a purse, and it's a tub. They're big quantities.
Your purse is big enough for a tub.
I'm not person.
You know, I was very deprived of sweets as a kid. Okay. I'm surprised. Well, never mind. Lion's Choice. We love Lion's Choice. Some call it the Red Lion still. It might just be Nick. They are nominated for Best Regional Food in USA Today's 10 Best. And you can
cool.
vote through July 7th. We want to get them to be in the number one if possible. But voting has started as of Monday, and there'll be 10 winners that are announced in the middle of July. Let me see if they've ever to be. There's a spokesperson. 60 years. Lion's Choice has been making that delicious roast beef and the little tiny ice cream cones.
Yes.
But yeah, go to USA Today. Let's see. I think you can just go to their website and it's 10 best. So look for it. I should probably, you know what? I'll put it on the blog today.
That's so nice of you.
I will do that. Today is two big days. National German Chocolate Cake Day and National Corn on the Cob Day.
Oh.
Sweet corn's not ready yet, is it?
I don't think so.
Yeah. My dad loved German chocolate cake. Just reminds me of my dad. He loved German chocolate cake.
Oh, really? It always reminds me of my dad as well because he hates German chocolate cake.
And somebody makes it for him
But
because
my
it's in their
grandma
head.
used to make it for him every year for his birthday, and he just never wanted to tell her that, I don't like German chocolate cake. And then when Alex found out, she immediately told my grandma, he doesn't like German chocolate cake.
And
Was she devastated?
She was just like, oh.
Did she still make it?
No.
No.
She didn't after that.
My dad loved it.
Yeah.
We had a housekeeper who was German, and she used to make him. I think it's the only reason she got hired.
Yeah. I bet
I don't
she
know
made
if
a
her-
good
I don't
cake.
think German chocolate cake
It's
is
not,
German.
but she fooled him into believing that she was
He's
the
like,
best.
I'm from the German.
Yeah.
So I know how to make German chocolate cake.
Cleaning skills real poor, but she could whip up a German chocolate
Meanwhile,
cake.
she's just out at the store buying it.
Yeah, totally. Corn on the Cob. This is an interesting little poll. I think when we did Donut Day, it was only like 1% of people don't like donuts. Corn on the cob, only 6 Americans do not like corn on the cob.
Only
6 in the
6
whole
total
country?
Americans?
Percent.
Oh.
And we have their names.
And here they are.
And you should
John
give them a hard
Tony.
time.
This is exciting news for people that like Diet Cherry Coke. It's coming back for a limited time.
Ooh, I would drink that.
It's gone?
It's
Why would
been
they
gone since 2020. The beloved beverage was discontinued in 2020, marking the first time since its release in 1986 that it was off the shelves. So people have been upset about it, and they say it's only going to be on shelves for a limited time, and so people are talking about it. They're like, "Why even bring it back at all? They tempt us, and then they take it away." That's from a commenter. Somebody else said that they have shipments for it at Kroger. Not sure what. I'm sure it's going to go in nationwide. There's no official confirmation from Coke yet on the details, locations, release, anything. But they also have some other new flavors. What's Topo Chico? They have Topo Chico flavors.
It's a puppet on Ed Sullivan.
Yeah, that is. It does sound like. What is that name of that puppet?
It's like Popo Gigio?
Popo Gigio?
Something like that.
Popo Gigio?
I thought that was like a alcohol.
What?
Topo Chico.
No idea.
I thought it
Puppet.
was.
That is so funny.
Topo Gigio.
Isn't
Topo
that-
Gigio. I'm sorry.
Nick,
That was the puppet.
It's funny. Nick always remembers a name from somebody on Star Search, and when he says it, it makes me laugh. But I can't.
I wouldn't remember a single person.
He remembers one guy's name, and I can't remember who it was. I'll find out because I mentioned Star Search the other day, and he brought the name up, and I had a flashback. I remember the person's name. But they're also going to have a Coca-Cola orange cream flavor
In the Topo Chico?
No, this is different. They're doing all these new flavors.
Topo Chico, isn't that water?
Yeah, but I guess they do
There must be
like
some-
hard seltzer now too.
Okay.
It's like
I was
a sparkling water.
That seems like a dumb flavor. It tastes like water.
So a lot of people are saying, what's the big deal? There's already Cherry Coke Zero.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Well,
but it's
totally
like
different.
People like that Diet
Yes,
Coke
they
flavor.
do. They say the Zero is different. There are a lot of fans that prefer the taste of Diet Coke to Coke Zero and
Oh,
prefer
yeah.
the taste.
Agreed.
Alex is 100% on board of that.
Same.
She's Diet Coke.
Yes.
Diet, not Zero. My mom is a Zero girl.
Have you seen the little meme thing going around about Diet Coke? Somebody called it a refrigerator cigarette.
Yeah.
And people are like, yes, that's
I've
what
heard
is.
it called the millennial smoke break.
Yeah, it's a fridge
Is
cig.
the Diet Coke.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Why millennial?
I guess that's like the bad thing that millennials
They hold on
do.
to.
Yeah,
They didn't have
like-
smoking like Gen
right.
X.
So it's like, oh, Diet Coke, the chemicals are so bad for you. And you're like, just let me have
I'm going to
my
have one.
Diet Coke break.
yeah, whatever. We all have things.
Yes.
Don't know wagging your finger. I have all of them. That's one I don't have. I'm very proud of myself for one thing that I don't have. And then, Cheez-Its are going in hard. Goldfish are going in hard on trying to come up with flavors because they're battling. They're
It's a
battling.
battle. Shelf space battle for sure.
Yeah. And
Holy cow. Walk down the aisle at Schnucks.
It's
half of the crackers is Cheez-Its and Goldfish.
Yep.
Well, Triscuits have ramped up. They've
Dark
got all the
Horse
flavors.
Triscuits.
They got some good flavors.
Yeah, kids don't want Triscuits. Triscuits are for the adults.
I'm like, get this out of here. I can't even find my chicken and biscuits.
Yeah. Well, Wendy's is teaming up. I don't know what Wendy's is doing lately with this Baconator. Is it that popular?
don't
They're going to
know.
have a Baconator Cheez-It.
See another bacon flavor in the
Yeah,
in
Yeah.
see, that's probably going to be too much bacon flavor.
They have confirmed it. They say it brings, are you ready for the description? The Baconator Cheez-It will bring a real cheese taste. That doesn't mean real cheese.
It's not selling it.
That's amplified with savory applewood smoked bacon flavor, and they're going to be available in July. They have rolled out recently or announced pesto and mozzarella, Cheez-Its, smoked Gouda, I hate Gouda, and smoked cheddar flavors in the past few months. I don't know if those are on shelves or not. And then Goldfish is also always coming out with new stuff as well, and they have that burger sauce inspired Goldfish now, I guess. And they have the return of, this will make Brando happy, Old Bay flavored goldfish.
Oh, those were good.
You like an Old Bay
I didn't even
flavor.
know if those were actually released in the store. Remember, we got them from who? Somebody. It was
Is
like
Post in charge of.
It must be Post because it was just like a white bag.
Oh, that's right.
Really?
That's right. I think it was Post.
And I was like, these.
Well, I'm
are
giving them credit even if it
good.
wasn't. And then this is food court adjacent, and it's only for you, Afton, because we got 2 girls on the show now. Brando.
I'll just leave the room. Thank you very much.
There's a map that they put out of the big trend right now in nail polish is fruit-colored nail polish.
Really?
So they put a map up of which fruit color your state is going in on.
Ooh, I want to see that.
Ours is cherry.
Okay, so red.
Red, yes. But that's the
never
big
do red.
that's the big color for the summer is what someone is saying.
Really?
Fruit colored nail polish is big. So there's strawberry, which is a pink. About half the country is doing cherry.
Interesting. I'm going to look this up.
I don't need to have that bright of a nail polish on my toes to draw attention.
I never do red. And yeah, I don't know. I'm going Friday, so.
And in Georgia, peach.
Oh, that's cute.
Mm-hmm. Pineapple.
Yeah.
A yeller.
Mm-hmm.
Greens are popular. Greens.
I never do greens.
Green to me looks like you've got the fungus.
Yeah, I never do green.
And that's the color of that little guy that lives under your nail.
And they're talking in that New York accent.
Hey, what's going on up there? I'm just living under your nail. That's the accent, the only accent so far that the voice that makes Afton laugh is the New York.
The New York accent, it's all the worst things about you. So
Any
it's
other
the nail
ones
fungus.
I do, it doesn't work.
It's so accurate.
It is it's mucus.
Why do they use that?
And they do it on everything.
If I was a New Yorker, I would be mad.
Yeah.
Why are they saying this stuff about me?
Yeah.
That ain't right.
Fungus,
Right.
would
I don't live under a nail.
Could it be a Southern accent? No.
Could it be a
No,
non-regional?
Southern accents
Does it
are-
have to be regional?
Southern accents are always, you're selling
Friendly,
alcohol and teas.
Uh-huh.
And, it's like, come on down. We're having a good old
Let's
time.
change it to Boston.
Yeah, Boston. But that New York, it's something bad.
I feel like that about-
I'm, it's always like, I'm your stomach. I'm your, something bad.
Hi, I'm Larry the Lung Butter.
Yeah, right.
I live in your lungs.
It's always a bad thing in your body that's happening.
I want to see it switch to Boston is bad.
Okay. Well, if you start writing some letters.
Okay.
All right, that is your food court. It's brought to you by the Schnucks Rewards app. Earn 2% back on every purchase with the Schnucks Rewards app.
You can do it! I see dead people.
Hello, Newman.
Where's the beat? What you talking about,
Throwback Live.
Our contestants today for Throwback Live, Brando's playing for Angie from St. Peter's. I'll be playing for Diana from Wentzville. And Tim, final day as a contestant on Throwback Live, will be playing for Melissa from Alton. And up for grabs, we have tickets to see Macy Gray. She's going to be at the pageant on July 25th. It's a Friday night. It's the 25th anniversary tour of her debut album, performing on How Life Is.
Welcome, the host of Throwback Live. It's Afton.
Hi, guys. How we doing?
We're good.
Ready to play? Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's get to it. Marty's going to play throwback clips for you guys, and you're going to ring in for your listeners with these sounds. Courtney, Brando, and Tim. All right, question 1. Name this 1995 movie.
What the American public does.
Oh my gosh, that was a tie.
Lots of ties.
That was a tie.
I don't think I was in the tie.
I think it's these two.
Yeah.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Tommy Boy.
That's correct.
No, is what makes them the American public, all right? Yeah, and I love that.
Question 2. Name this backwards song title or artist.
It's
Tim.
that one song again, I think.
Now that we found love, what are we going to do?
That's correct. You got it.
And the boys.
And the
That's right.
boys.
The boys. With a Z.
He gone.
All right, question 3. Name this famous athlete. Courtney.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning is correct. I miss the Omahas. Okay, so we have 1.5 points for Tim, 1 point for Courtney, and half a point for Brando. This will go well for me. Question 4. Name this song title revealed one instrument at a time. Courtney.
Two Princes.
That's correct. Wow. Way to get the title.
Yes.
I would have never remembered
Okay,
that.
did I have to? I had to guess the title, right?
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
That is quite a dance there, Tim.
Thank you.
He's a good follow, too, on the Instas.
At Tim Convey.
All right, All right, question 5. Name this movie.
Mr. Sims, you are a cover-up artist and you are a liar.
But not a snitch.
Tim.
Scent of a Woman.
Scent of a Woman is correct.
Excuse me?
For a Tim Conway.
No, I don't think I will.
Mr. Slade,
Yeah.
I'm just getting
please
warmed
watch your
up.
language, Mr. Slade.
And that's a win for you, Melissa from Alton. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Welcome.
Welcome in.
Yes, we have a pair of tickets for you to see Macy Gray. She's going to be at the pageant on Friday night, July 25th, and it's the anniversary tour of her debut album. You will be there. We'll get you those tickets. We'll play again tomorrow on The Courtney Show.
The Courtney Show.
The national day today is corn on the cob and German chocolate cake. Only reason I say this, somebody texted it. What is the national day today?
That's it.
I have a calendar in my office. I never look at.
Is the day, today's day, is it sponsored by chance? Like, you said it's corn on the cob day. I'm just wondering if one of
No, I don't think
our
so.
old sponsors
I mean, I don't know. You'll have to look at the paperwork.
is involved.
You know where we
Yeah.
go to look at the paperwork. You can take a look at that.
Double check here.
All right. So those are the national days. Couple reminders. Our question of the day is a lot of people sending in their road trip foods too. And not as many sending in what people didn't notice. And that was the question. What didn't you notice at your significant other and that really hurt their feelings? This one is crazy from Jumbotron. I've had a tattoo on my wrist for as many years as I've had my husband. And the other day he said, OMG, what did you do to your wrist?
What?
No way.
Told him, I hope I never go missing. That is
kidding.
a great one. So that's the question of the day. What did they not notice? Because, Brando didn't notice Alex's haircut, which is understandable. A lot of guys don't notice it, but she got a lot cut off.
It was a significant cut.
You thought she had it up.
Well, she's laying on the couch, and I kind of said hi, and then I sat down and started eating, and we were watching TV. So I'm not like looking at her and talking to her. You know, she's over onto the side. So, but yeah, it looked like she just had maybe her hair in a ponytail or something. But then I was like, oh yeah, it's clearly straight and short.
And we're still waiting for a pic.
Yeah, where's our picture?
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on, Alex. And then I also would love for your help in a normal or nope for Wheel of Questions today. You give us something that you do, and we weigh in if it's normal or not. That will be the Wheel of Questions. Every category on the wheel will be a normal or nope, and we will
like it.
And we will decide. And if you have any afternoon, I have time.
Okay.
That I can write them out
we'll
in my
put 'em on the
calligraphy and put them on the wheel. That's
Yes.
how I do. They can't see the wheel, but it's fancy.
Oh, very.
It's just off camera. I know people watching the video are like, where is it? Like you can't quite see it.
The cameras don't quite.
They can't
hit that
capture
spot
everything.
for some reason.
It is heavy and fancy. Just take our word
It takes
for
a
it.
team.
You can text us about either of those things on the Cheney window and door text line 314-669-4665. Is it sponsored?
I had a feeling, because it is National Corn on the Cob Day.
Yeah.
It always does come with a sponsor, so we should do that first.
Hey, St. Louis, what goes great with all those park sticks you're eating this summer? That's right, sweet corn. And who's got the best sweet corn in town? The Corn Barn. This weekend, you can get a dozen years of sweet corn for only $1 at
Good
the
Lord.
Corn Barn. And for a $quarter, you can get Far Bar.
It's a good deal.
That's right, get Far Bar for only $quarter. That's the Corn Barn at the corner of Highway 40 and Warson. Corn Barn!
I feel better now.
Anytime I hear that, I just think of Phyllis on The Office. And man, when she has a
Popcorn.
St. Louis word that she goes, the popcorn thing. I'm going to see if I can find it.
Traffic, 170 southbound. Watch out for an accident before 6440. That's causing a backup. 55 northbound slow at Butler Hill Road. Also between Bayless and Carondelet. 64 westbound slow between 25th Street and 5570. 270 northbound slow at Tesson Ferry. 270 southbound slow at Dorset. 5570 westbound slow between Highway 203 and 64. 6455 westbound slow between 64 and the Poplar Street Bridge. 6440 westbound slow between Hampton and Big Bend. And then Highway 61 southbound slow between Route A and Interstate 70. Arch Traffic is sponsored by Schicker Auto Group, your headquarters for American-made Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles. Shop local. Visit shopschicker.com. And I believe we have...
It smells like popcorn. Someone needs to clean it. It smells like popcorn.
Popcorn.
The Courtney Show.
Let's play for real or no deal. Let's play for real or no deal. And guess what's right or what's wrong. And guess what's right or what's wrong.
Okay, Consequence.com put together a list that they, it's their opinion, but they say it's the best songs of 2025 so far.
Oh, good Lord.
The new songs.
I know some new songs.
Yeah. No, I think you'll get some of these. So I tried to make it tricky.
Oh, boy.
So you need to tell me
if it's
this
a real song.
I will tell you this. All the artists are real.
Okay, so but you could make... That's not fair.
And all of these artists have songs out this year.
I think you should just say the title of the song.
You think?
Well...
No, because it might be helpful in some of them to know.
Yeah, because you might be like, I know that artist, but I've never heard of that song.
I know the artist that people are talking about.
Okay. Then you'll do well.
No, I won't. Because you could make up a title.
I did.
All right, go.
And there shouldn't be any...
We should go back and forth, though, because I bet Afton's going to be better at this, and I don't want... Right now, I'm fair.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want me to keep score?
Yeah,
I'm not great at it, but I don't have to do it with Throwback Live anymore, so...
It'll be better than me trying to do buttons at the same time. Okay, so, Courtney, you'll go first.
All right.
First song from the artist Sharon Van Etten. The song is called Candy Fever Dreamer. For real or no deal?
No deal.
I don't even know the artist.
That's what the artist sounds fake to me.
Some of these you're not gonna know.
Sharon, a Sharon that's got a
Sharon
big
Van
song
Etten.
of a summer.
Candy Fever Dreamer.
I'm gonna say real.
No deal. Now that is a person, Sharon Van Etten. Remember, all these artists are real.
Yeah, I know. With that, I couldn't get over that there's a Sharon out there.
Yeah,
that has
same. I was like, this cannot be right.
Song.
Okay, next song, and then
I'll go
you'll
first.
go first.
Okay.
From the artist Saba and No Id, or ID.
Gosh.
No Id.
The song is called Woes of the World. For real or no deal?
For real.
Let me Google. How do you spell this? I'm going to say for real, too.
For real! Real. Okay, back to Courtney. The artist Men I Trust. The song is called Carried Away. For real or no deal?
This is not fun.
It's tough.
It's very stressful.
For real.
I was also going to say for real.
For real! You're on a streak. The artist Pup, featuring Jeff Rosenstock. The artist or the song Get Dumber.
No deal.
For real or no deal?
I'm going to go for real.
For real!
Oh my gosh.
We have something happening now.
Oh boy.
Teddy Swims. You know that artist,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The song Echoes. For real or no deal?
I'm going to say it's a no deal.
For real.
No deal.
I am so bad at this.
I think you were winning for a second.
No,
weren't you?
I have not gotten any wrong.
All right.
What? Really?
I don't think so.
Look at this.
You have 5 points.
Okay, up next, the artist Jid. The song, I'm just going to say it's Work. WRK. For real or no deal?
For real.
For real.
For real! Kind of gave it away because I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, you didn't make that title up because you
But
didn't.
sometimes I do that on purpose.
He's tricky.
The artist Japanese Breakfast. The song Trouble with Jenny. For real or no deal?
I'm going to say for real.
No deal.
No deal. Oh.
Japanese breakfast, though. I know of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Artist is real.
I've not heard of any of these but Teddy Swims.
How about Ringo Starr? You've heard of Ringo Starr.
Ringo Starr.
His song, Sweaty Rig Monster. For real or no deal?
For real.
For real.
No deal. Sweaty Rig Monster.
Does Ringo Starr have a song
It feels like a Ringo
right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he does. He's got a new album. I don't know if he's got a single
Okay.
that's everybody's excited about, but it's out there. Next one, the artist Haim. Their song, Relationships. For real or no deal?
Who's first this time?
I don't remember.
Oh, I know.
I think it's you.
Okay. I'm going to say for real.
Same.
For real! How about Fiona Apple and her song, Pre-Trial? For real or no deal?
No deal.
I know, I put this song up. Heard the song. I know what it's about. It's about women in the justice system getting railroaded. But I don't know if it's called pre-trial or not. I'm going to say for real.
For real!
Wow.
Good job. What's the score?
It's 8 Courtney, 5 me.
Oh, boy. Okay, a couple more. From Lana Del Rey, the song Whisper It to Me. For real or no deal?
That's you.
I mean, she whispers her songs, so I think that's a Brando made-up title, so I'm going to say no deal.
I was also going to say no deal.
Yeah. No deal! That one, didn't you? Mike and Tony Seltzer, their song Prezi.
I think that's real.
I do too.
For real! It's all real. Everything was real. Turnstile with the song Birds. For real or no deal?
I mean, Turnstile, they are birders. I'm going to say for real.
I got to make up some ground here, so I got to take some risks. I'm going to say no deal.
For real! Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Let's do one more.
One more.
It doesn't matter, but.
You win.
Last one, for real or no deal. The artist Horse Girl.
Stop.
Real. Remember, all the artists are real.
Is that girl the girl that would jump the stuff? You remember the horse girl? Or the girl that would do
Yes.
the
Yeah, she was hardly
obstacle
a
course?
girl.
Yeah.
She was a lady. The song Lose the Rains, but it's not horse rains. It's rain like
What a
it's
missed
raining from the
opportunity.
sky. I think it's on purpose.
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say yes.
No deal. Look at that. You got it.
For real or no? Yeah,
Courtney wins.
Now we need to, I got to brush up on my music, I think.
You knew all the artists. Just
Not
the song
really.
title.
I did not know all the artists.
I skipped like Mac Miller. You guys would have known that one.
That's his.
Lady Gaga, FKA Twigs. So there were other ones. I was
Okay.
trying to find some obscure ones.
What
just
will
'cause
be the
this
song
is
of the
fun.
summer, though? Remember, every year that would be the question. Last year it was definitely the.
Espresso?
No. It was the.
Espresso.
It was the country vibe song.
The Tipsy song?
Tipsy.
Was that last summer?
It was
A bar
last-
song.
A bar song.
Bar song.
That
Seems like
song
it's
was
older than that.
number one for weeks and weeks and
Really?
weeks. Do you remember the big song of the summer when you were growing up?
I mean, I
Like,
remember.
what reminds you of the pool?
Oh, I mean, I remember one summer when the Macarena was huge. It was everywhere.
Were you into it?
Oh, yeah. I had the tape.
Are you serious? I had the tape.
What about you? Do you remember your big, like, what song just reminds you of
biggest
summer?
I mean, like the Rick Roll song. That always feels like
Never Gonna Give You
Yeah.
Up.
junior high summer. There's a lot of those like Dan Hartman's and stuff that came
Yes.
out in the late 80s. That's when I was in junior high, and so they feel like summer
Because they were
songs to me.
they were playing the radio at your
Yeah.
pool, and
Like I was at the beach probably a couple times maybe in junior high, and you just listen to the radio all day and you hear the same songs over and over again. But that's all that I don't know what we call that music, because we have yacht rock, but we don't have a name for that late 80s, even into the 90s, that like soft. I think Chris always said it's like, well, it's soft rock, but it doesn't.
It's not really.
It's not all that 70s stuff. It's like, that Howard Jones.
Yes.
Whatever that is. Heavily produced pop.
maybe new wave, but
it's not.
Nah, it's kind of on the outskirts
Yeah.
of new wave. All right, that is for real or no deal. Next, we've got Wheel of Questions. If you have a normal or nope that you want us to talk about, send it to us on the text line 314-669-4665.
The Courtney Show.
Wheel of Questions!
Bring in the wheel.
Bring in the wheel!
All right. Here's the wheel. Let's give it a spin. Normal or nope?
Mm-hmm.
I prefer self-checkout.
Normal.
To have a preference?
Like, it sounds...
That's your preference.
Like, if all things are equal, there's no lines whatsoever, you're going to self-checkout.
Yes.
Always.
No, I think my preference would be to have someone else do it.
I don't think it's... I just don't understand why you wouldn't want the help. If it's a big trip. You like self-checkout?
To people, yeah.
So you're going self-checkout most of the time.
Anytime I can.
I mean, I'm always going self-checkout, but it's only because in my mind, it's faster than waiting in line. Because the people that want the checkout experience, they slow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's normal I just think it's a preference.
But if there's nobody there, I'm not doing it.
I want...
Or if I've got weird stuff, if I'm buying fruit for one of the weirdos that eats that stuff in my house, I don't want
then
to
you
look
have to
it up
wait.
and do all that.
Yes.
I'm only doing it if I am buying a gift card. Otherwise...
Because you need their help.
Yeah, they got to do their thing.
All right, give it another spin. We can get the short spin if you want. Normal or nope, I frequently Google, am I the only one who?
You probably already know the answer to that question. You are probably, well,
listen, you have family out there, I'm sure. You're probably not the only one who.
Yeah, I mean,
you'll find your people.
Are you not normal, or are you just overly concerned about your normalcy?
I bet this person that sent this in has lots of weird things.
Right.
If they're constantly Googling.
I want to believe that.
Yeah, I think so.
And not that they're paranoid about being possibly
Am I the
weird.
only one who? All right, give it another spin. Am I the only one who has never played the game Jenga?
Never?
Oh.
Is it normal?
I mean, sure. It's not everyone plays every single game.
You're not always,
there are lots of board games that I've never played because we are just not a board game family as a kid, and we are not as adults, like with our own kids. So I'm sure there's lots of games that you wouldn't believe. I don't think I've ever played Monopoly.
You haven't?
Wow.
Like never even started?
No.
That's not normal.
That is totally not normal. But Jenga, I think that's
there was
more
a
normal.
period in time when it seemed like everybody had a Jenga
Yeah, how
set.
have you not come across Jenga?
And plus, it's like the giant Jenga at bars and stuff.
What do you think?
Yeah.
The giant Jenga, I don't find that
I've
to
never
be
tried it. Does it
interesting.
not work as well?
I just think it just bugs me for some
I
reason.
don't want to draw that much attention to myself that I'm in a public place and I'm going to play giant Jenga.
I mean, when that
look
thing
at me.
goes down, it's got to be crazy.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I mean. Everybody's going to turn and look.
Mm-hmm. I think it's more not normal that Brando's never played Monopoly.
That's way weirder.
It's I dislike the regular Monopoly game.
I don't want to know.
It just takes
they
so
talk about people
long.
getting fights and stuff. I was like, well, I don't want
We
to do
used to
that.
play Monopoly Junior all the time. It's much faster.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, we've got the GTG got us
Yeah.
our own. Oh, you were there when were you there?
I was, yeah.
Yeah, our own custom Monopoly game with the Courtney
questions
Show
and everything.
stuff.
Yeah,
it's
so
funny.
cool.
It's very cool. All right, give it another spin. Normal or nope? I make brats in the oven, and people think I'm weird.
Oh, I bet it's very good. No, I think that's it.
I make any of that. Brats, hot dogs, all of it in the air fryer now.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, sausages, it doesn't matter how you make them. They're always great.
Yeah.
The best is deep frying it. And I know it sounds terrible, but
A brat?
Well, I've never had deep fried brat, but pork sausage, which is basically just a different version of brat.
Really?
Yes. That's how they make it at like the sausage dinners.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the like churches that have the little like sausage dinner or whatever in the fall, if they're doing it right, that's what they're doing.
I did
Out
not
back,
know that.
they've got giant deep fryers and they're deep frying the sausage. It is so good.
I've never done it because, but I
It's
don't.
not putting any more fat into
It's
it that isn't already in
'cause
there.
It feels like it's worse.
No,
It's already bad.
right. But I mean, all the fat's getting cooked out of it just like it would be on the grill.
How is it getting cooked out of it if it's sitting in it?
That's how it works, man. You hang them in the thing, and all the fat falls out. And you
Science.
eat it, and it's just like a vegetable. It's so good for you.
Give it another spin. Normal or nope, I say bless you to myself after I sneeze.
I have heard someone recently say bless me after they sneezed. And I took it as like, I think I'm in trouble for not saying bless you fast enough.
That's not a thing.
But if
Oh, you're saying
like I didn't say
you paused.
She said bless me. And then I thought, was she directing that at me? Like,
Yeah, like, why didn't
hey,
you bless me?
buddy, it was your job
You're
to bless
supposed
me.
to bless me.
Sometimes my brain isn't working if somebody sneezes, and my bless you might come a little later.
If I'm real locked in on what I'm doing,
Yes.
I'm not going to hear a sneeze.
I'm like, oh, by the way, bless you.
Yeah.
But she said, bless me. I thought, oh, man, I blew it.
You think it was you? She did it for you.
I think so.
I don't know if it's normal. I mean, we all have our own little tics.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how she grew up learning the bless you thing.
I say you are so
good looking. All right, give it one more spin. Normal or nope? I have an in case I die folder on my laptop.
What's that mean?
Lots
is it like
of people
instructions?
are doing that.
What is it?
It's like, yeah, all of the forms and passwords and all the things that somebody's going to need if you die. Like,
oh, well, that makes sense. I thought it meant like, if I die, check out Nick Sansone. Or there's one cat that really has been giving me a look.
That cat's going to eye me up and around my feet around the stairs.
No, I think this is good information.
yeah, I mean, I think so too. I don't like to think about that stuff.
I don't either, but you kind of
I
have
get
to.
it.
Yeah.
And when I worked in TV news, we all used to have a if I go missing, use this photo.
Oh, that's great, because sometimes they're the worst
It's the
pictures.
worst picture, and it's like, listen, this ever happens to me, this is the one. Don't let anybody put any other photo
I am totally
out there.
with you. For years, I've been saying, like, man, I just don't want to be on the B-roll for talking about overweight people. And they have their heads cut off, and I noticed my body.
I think I've told the story before, but I don't know if Afton knows it. When I was fired from here the first time, it's only been once so far. The radio trades or all these trade magazines, they pick up those stories, and the picture that they used of me was a day that I was dressed like a woman.
I love it. You had to love that.
I was like,
I mean, come on,
that's fine.
it really is on brand
I mean,
for.
I'm sure it got a lot more attention than a normal canning story.
For what you do for a living. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, that is Wheel of Questions. It's the Courtney Show. Let's get a look at your traffic.
The Hollywood Outsider on 106.5 The Arch.
Kanye West may have changed his name again, this time to Yee Yee.
Oh, boy.
Wouldn't it be Yay Yay?
I don't know.
You would think.
But doesn't he go by Yeezy? It's not Yeezy.
But I thought
he does
went-
go. Is it double E in the yee yee?
No, it's single
But I thought he
E's.
then changed it to
Yay.
Yay.
Yeah, but he did go by Yeezy.
This is Y-E
I
space
think-
Y-E.
I think you start changing names. This is an immediate. Well, not that there weren't already red flags with Kanye, but like this is like P. Diddy. He did this all the time. He was.
Yeah.
But so did Prince.
Well, just
And
the
I
name
thought
and the
Prince to
symbol.
be-
Just the name and the symbol, right?
Yeah.
He did
no,
it once
symbol.
to...
What about
it
what
was-
about Cougar?
Well,
Who's
yeah.
Cougar?
John Cougar.
Mellencamp.
Yeah, red flag.
And
You
Prince,
can
Prince
symbol
did
it.
it to get out of an album thing. Like he could release an album under a symbol, but not under his name.
I think you get one change. That's
One
it.
change, yeah.
One change. It can be a symbol if you want, but we're not doing the Diddy, Puffy, Dude
Puff
Diddy.
Daddy.
Yeah,
Puff
no.
Daddy. Now that sounds like so old.
Yeah,
I know.
we should have. Yeah,
It's
and
just Diddy.
also we should have seen that.
Man, how many Kanyes have there been?
Well, Kanye,
Yeezy.
Yeezy, Yay,
Yay Yay.
He's
I
out.
think it's Yay Yay.
Yee Yee.
I thought they're calling
Yeah, you're done. You're
it
done.
was Yee.
You get one change.
Yee
that's it.
Yee. Well, he's reportedly now using that in some business documents recently filed in California. That's how we know.
Oh, boy.
Sounds official. Machine Gun Kelly, who I believe is just going by MGK now.
Well, that's his one. You got one.
You got your one. But Machine Gun Kelly is not his given name.
His Christian name.
So he's on name 3. Now he's a breathing.
Red flag.
Red flag.
All right, does he have a story or no?
He does. He just released a trailer for his new album called Lost Americana. And it seems like it's narrated by Bob Dylan or somebody who sounds exactly like him. You be the judge.
Lost Americana is a personal excavation of the American dream, a journey to find what's been lost. This album is a love letter to those who seek to rediscover it, the dreamers, the drifters, the defiant.
I don't know. That could be Bob Dylan, right?
It could be AI.
It could be AI Bob Dylan.
Good point.
Nobody has confirmed that that's actually Bob Dylan, but it could be because he is apparently a fan of old MGK. Back in February, he posted an old video of him performing in a record store, and people were like, where did this come from?
Oh, I remember that.
Maybe.
Oh, then it probably is him.
Yeah.
Probably is him. Lost Americana comes out August 8th.
Man, I can't. It's on my calendar.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm a big MGK fan, as you can tell. Ms. Rachel says she isn't bothered by the fact that Olivia Munn hates her show. She said, quote, who cares? And then she said, quote, I'd rather you cover me advocating for kids in Gaza who are literally starving. Largest cohort of child amputees in modern history. Thousands and thousands killed. No medical care, no education, no homes. Do better. Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation.
I thought she didn't care.
She seems to care.
She doesn't
Maybe
care.
not the Olivia Munn thing.
No, she doesn't care about the Olivia Munn thing.
She basically
thinks
saying,
this is a dumb story.
This is a dumb story.
You're
Quit
focusing
talking
on
about this.
stupid stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because I think she wished Olivia Munn's family happiness.
Yeah, she said, I
She
wish
doesn't
them
care.
all well, blah,
Okay.
blah, blah, blah,
I thought she was saying that about Olivia Munn.
No.
No.
Gotcha.
She was talking about the people talking about the story.
Yeah.
Like us.
Right.
Yeah, Brando.
And so then she says this, and now we talk about it some more. Miss Rachel, you don't understand how this works.
She had to comment.
Just
though.
ignore it.
Or
No,
else.
you don't. You don't have to comment. Then it just goes away. But she said her piece. We're moving on. Let's see. 2 men broke into Macklemore's Seattle home and bear sprayed the nanny while his kids were sleeping in their rooms.
This is a terrible story.
Yeah, but the nanny put up a fight, man. So she fought with them and struggled and got away, ran to a neighbor's house, then called the police. So police were able to, get there because they just wanted to tie her up or something and steal all the stuff.
With the kids all there.
She's like,
that's so scary.
It ain't happening.
She took off, went to the neighbors, right?
Yeah, started knocking on doors and finally got in and was
Wow.
able to call the police. But thieves reportedly made off with thousands of dollars worth of stuff. But the good news is kids were completely unharmed.
Yeah, but they were still there when she left.
Yeah, she's like, I got to get out of here.
I gotta get out, get some help.
I got to get.
Oh, my gosh. That's terrifying.
Most nannies are just like, take it. I'm leaving.
Crazy.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I'm saving the children.
Wow.
United Football League today announced that the St. Louis Battlehawks linebacker Pita Tomopenu, I think is how you say it. Anyway, he was named the 2025 UFL Defensive Player of the Year.
Well, that's cool.
Way to
Yeah.
go, Pita.
That's something.
Yep, it's something. Remember that championship game is this Saturday at the Dome at America's Center. We're not in it. DC Defenders and Michigan Panthers going head to head 7 o'clock on Saturday. The game's on ABC on the TV.
Yes, on the TV.
In case you're wondering. Viola Davis, Conan O'Brien, Ryan Murphy, and Henry Winkler are among this year's inductees to the Television Academy Hall of Fame. Didn't know there was a Television Academy Hall of Fame?
I didn't either.
Well, there is, and they're in it. BTS may be coming back soon. BTS fan, yes or no, Afton?
One of my kids is, yeah.
Okay. Well, 6 of the 7 members of the group have just completed that mandatory military service. Remember, they all have to, in South Korea, they all have to do their military thing, so they've kind of disappeared for a while. And then the last one, Suga?
Sure.
Suga? Anyway, he's going to be done later this month. So they're all close to being out of the military.
Wow.
Hey, one of your favorite guys, Aaron Rodgers, in the news again today. He's got a new job and a new wife.
I saw this.
So remember, he signed with the Steelers earlier this week. And when he was at training camp, he was spotted wearing a ring. And they're like, hey, what's that ring about? And he said, it's a wedding ring. And they're like, what? He actually said he's been married for a couple of months. We don't know who he's married to.
I know. I do want to know. I want to know who it is.
You don't have the inside
Was
track
there a
on
time
this?
when you really liked Aaron
Yes.
Rodgers? Oh, that's too bad.
Yes. Really liked him.
You've been let down.
Many times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
And he did it in an Aaron Rodgers way at that press conference.
Oh,
yes. He's so smug and he
Yes.
thinks he's clever.
But like,
and he bothers me.
when he was with the Packers, he hadn't gone full Aaron Rodgers.
Hasn't gone full smug.
But yeah, he hadn't gone full smug.
I disagree with that.
He's much smugger now.
Yeah, totally. But
So-
we saw a 60 Minutes interview with him when he was loved.
Yeah.
And he got all over the interviewer for like saying that he wasn't as tall as they thought he would be. And he like was
Yeah.
very bothered by that.
But there was this thing where when he was when he was our quarterback, it was like, oh, I love that he doesn't care and he's kind of rude and he's, you know.
Yeah, I do get that.
It's like the Bennington thing.
Yes.
Like everybody else hates Bennington.
Right.
We're like, we like
right.
this guy.
It was like that.
I do
But
understand
now it's like, oh, come on.
I do understand that though.
Yeah.
Like when he's yours,
It's the breakup.
Yeah.
When they're with you,
You
they're
gotta
like,
love
she's
them.
great. You don't understand. It's just some of the guy, you're like, man, she's nuts. I don't know what I was thinking. You can check out the trailer for Eddington on the blog. It's a new movie that takes place during the pandemic. Stars Joaquin Phoenix, Pedro Pascal, and Emma Stone. Good cast. Also, check out the trailer
yeah,
for
it looks weird. It looks good. It's like a COVID time show.
Interesting.
And these two,
does COVID have anything to do with the
I
movie,
think
or it just happens to be something that's happening?
I think it
during
does
COVID?
have something to do with the movie a little bit. Like
Interesting.
one is a politician and the other guy decides he's going to be the sheriff or something or go against him to get his seat. I don't know. And then there's some violence that happens. And
But they can't touch each other because it's
people
COVID.
One's wearing a
They're
mask,
they're
one's not wearing a mask.
Poking each other with sticks or something from like
No, but the
6
one
feet.
believes in it, the other doesn't.
Oh, so
Like,
he's coming at him. and
There's
he's
a
like,
whole
"Get away."
there's a whole thing. It's got good names in it.
It does. I like all
Does.
those people.
There's lots of hand sanitizer. It'll be fun. You can also check out the trailer for the new Netflix series called Too Much. That is on the blog. It's written, directed, and produced by Lena Dunham. So if you're a Lena Dunham fan,
You know, the star of it is the girl, the assistant from Hacks.
oh, I saw
Oh.
the little bit of the trailer. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, and
I don't know her name in
It's
the
got
show,
a very Lena Dunham vibe. It looks funny.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Girls.
It's probably worth a watch then.
It looks funny.
If you're having trouble knowing what to do and you have to go potty, there's a Coco Melon potty training anthem on the blog today if you want to check it out. Oh, I was going to pull it up.
Only if you. Here, I'll pull it up.
It's
Only if you don't want to have it in your head all day. I've already forgotten it, so it didn't stick with me.
didn't stick. Now you don't know what to do when you have to go to the bathroom.
It did. I guess they have a lot of potty training songs.
Oh, I'm sure.
They
all
have
those
a whole
shows.
playlist of all their potty training
I
songs.
mean, those
Oh,
are
wow.
those are bangers for these kid shows.
Here, I've got it right
Anything
here.
that
Yeah.
teaches you to finish your vegetables or
Oh, that's Mayhem. Sorry. It's a commercial.
I
he's
prefer
done.
Mayhem to
Mayhem
Coco
and-
Melon.
Okay, here we go.
what? All right, I'm with Olivia Munn. It's terrible.
Yeah, Coco
handle
Melon's bad.
On the TV, Game 3 of the NBA Finals tonight, 7:30 on ABC. Pacers taking on the Thunder. That series is tied. Yep, one game apiece. Season premiere also tonight of the Real Housewives of Miami. If you're still in on the Housewives,
I don't watch any of them, but
the
they're
7th season of this.
Yeah, I don't care. They're shaking up all the casts right now. New York, Beverly Hills, they've added Rachel Zhao.
Mm-hmm.
I won't watch.
No, I don't watch those.
8 o'clock on Bravo. Also, the release of a Netflix documentary called Titan, the Ocean Gate Disaster. It's all about the Titan submersible implosion that happened so long ago, 2023. Also, the streaming premiere of Snow White on Disney Plus, the live action Snow White that everybody seemed to hate.
I thought
Rachel
everybody
Zegler.
liked it.
They didn't. The critics initially liked it, but the moviegoers didn't care for it.
Really?
Remember, but critically, it was like, oh, this is a good one.
I thought it was a good one.
Then people were like, we don't like this. And then I think we mentioned this earlier in the week, but Conan O'Brien will be on Seth Meyers tonight. That's the night he's
that's right. It's first time he's gone back to his old slot.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm Brando, your Hollywood outsider. It is The Courtney Show on The Arch with Brittany.
The Courtney Show.
We're giving a trip away for you to see the premiere of Superman.
Such a big deal.
Los Angeles, California.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's all settled down by then.
Everything's fine.
You and 3 guests, the winner, will get to fly to LA, walk the red carpet, go see the movie Superman when it premieres, and we're going to pay for the flight, the hotel, and you get those, I say we, whoever we've
It's us. We're
partnered with.
We're footing the bill.
Yeah.
You get to see it, be the first to see it with all the stars.
It's going to be awesome.
It's really, really
How exciting would it be if any of this music makes it in?
Why? I hope it does.
It has to.
I mean, they don't have to.
I think they have. I mean,
they didn't. I don't think they used any of this. They used like a little nod or something.
Yeah,
at one
but
point,
if you're a
they
fan,
didn't use this music.
If a fan made this movie, they're using it.
He's got to.
Don't you think?
He has to.
We should get Ray on. He knows way more about it than we do. But
yeah,
he
a lot of speculation.
He's real excited.
And I'm sure everything's going to be fine for these movie premieres. There's nothing going on because if you've been to Hollywood, you know that whole strip is just filled with superheroes running around.
Oh, yeah, right.
So they're protecting the movie premieres and the red carpet. So there's lots of Spider-Mans and Supermans.
This is a real old school radio kind of thing.
Yeah.
These don't come around all that often anymore. And it's not, when you go to 1065thearch.com, your code word is Superman. It's not like a winner from all of our stations will be picked. It is from this station.
Yes. Yeah. It's St. Louis.
It's not a multi-city stupid thing.
Right.
Listen, we had to do a lot of those back in my day at the old place, and I dislike them immensely.
Makes you feel ill.
Yes,
We've
it
all
does.
done things we're not proud of.
We had to. It was a have to do it.
Yeah, you weren't given an option.
This is a winner from here, one of our listeners. Hopefully it's a listener. Not somebody that doesn't know anybody's names. But you go to 1065 The
Barb
Arch.
Show listener?
Yes, right. Or the Falconer or Ashton. You go to the website, and I think you can enter every day.
I mean, that's
cool.
Yeah.
I may be making that totally
Just try it.
But the website and the Arch app, both places where you can register for this trip, will be given away, and you will go to the premiere, which is at the beginning of July, to see Superman, the movie, along with St. Louis's own James Gunn.
Yeah, if you're there, introduce yourself, and he'll be like, oh my God, I'm from St. Louis too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just say popcorn.
I love
need some
toasted
popcorn.
ravioli as well.
So go to the website, and while you're there, you might as well get that Great Taste Gang song of the day in.
Yeah, we need some requests for our GTG song of the day. And we will play that at the end of the show.
Yeah, we will. Let's get a look at your traffic. Still to come, a little after 9. Who's on the hotline? Afton and Brando have no idea. This is a big one, folks.
So excited.
Don't miss out.
The Courtney Show.
All right, it's the Courtney Show. It is time. Afton and Brando have no idea who I've booked today, but our guest is on the line, and we will ask, who's on the hotline?
Okay, I hope it's a good surprise. My name is Rob Thomas, and I am a singer-songwriter.
Hey!
So cool.
Rob Thomas. You know
my
Rob
gosh.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Yes.
We all know Rob Thomas. Rob, you are, I have quite a past with you. You don't remember any of this, but you have been such a great guest throughout my radio career, and you are always willing to do about anything.
Well, that sounds like me.
You're always up for just fun with radio interviews because you probably have had to do these for so many years. And every time you call yourself, anytime I've ever had you on, one time you called from a gas station while you were pumping gas. I mean, and you just called right now yourself. You didn't have any handlers or anything calling for you. You just do it all on your own.
I thought the same thing. When I called, I was expecting a producer to pick up, but you picked up yourself.
I'm real hands-on, Rob. Real hands-on.
I was like, oh my God, it's her.
Hey, Rob, we're excited about your show that's coming to Hollywood Casino Amphitheater later this summer. I do want to tell you a little background. We, at my old radio station, which they gave me a pizza party and told me to go ahead and head on out. We had you for a morning show where we did an audience, and you guys performed with Matchbox 20, and you found out that morning that your album, it was the first album that went to number one that you had.
Oh, yeah. I remember that day very well. It was on the North record.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
I mean, it was
cool.
awesome. It was, and you guys had been making incredible music, but it was such a big moment for you, and you guys finding that out, and we were so happy.
It was a funny thing for us to be that far in after that, and then first number one album. I mean, I'd like to point out that I had a number one record solo, but that's not important. I had already done it, is what I'm saying. I'd already climbed that mountain. But still, it doesn't take away from their accomplishment.
Yes. Yeah.
I was there first. I was a pioneer. I don't know. I won't say it, but if you want to say it, that's okay.
A pioneer.
I'm happy to say it, Rob.
Rob, one of my favorite lines I've ever heard about you. It's not something you said. It's something somebody said about you, and I wish. I mean, had I known who was on the phone, I would have looked it up. But I can't. I don't know who said it, but I think it was somebody in a band with you or you worked with. But it gave you a great compliment. It said, "Rob Thomas blanks hooks," as it like you just
you're a hook
you have the
genius.
magic touch.
You're cutting out a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on. Are you there?
Hey.
Okay. All right.
So listen. So here's what happened. You ready? This is awesome. I was like, oh my God, the signal dropped. Is it me? Is it you? I don't know what happened. I took my Bluetooth thing on, put it in my pocket, and it switched over to it in my pocket.
Yeah.
It did sound like it was muffled.
It sounded like a pocket.
So everybody listening was just in Rob Thomas's pocket.
I just heard that I blanked hooks, and then everything went black.
Yeah, that's a night. Do you know who said that, Rob? Any idea?
It was my mom. I'm not really sure. That is a nice compliment. By the way, no one said that the songs were good.
Well, they're hooks of varying degrees of success.
That's what they meant by it, Rob.
Yes.
Come on.
I like what he said. Hooks of varying degrees. Listen, the Macarena slaps, but I didn't,
Yeah, you're right.
Can't take credit for all of them.
It really does. I mean, I'm a Gangnam Style girl myself. I mean, you can't deny.
Oh, come on. That song is awesome.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Rob, I saw you last summer. We had so much fun at your show when Matchbox 20 came back to St. Louis for the first time in however many years. That was such a fun show. What can we expect for your U.S. tour that is going to be in St. Louis on August 26th at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater?
Well, so this is the 20th anniversary. And so I have a new record, All Night Days, that's coming out probably like right at the end of the tour. I have a new single that's coming out just around the corner right before we go out called Hard to Be Happy. Solo band is I've had pretty much the same solo bands for the same 20 years since I started my doing anything solo. So I've been going back and forth between those two families, between Matchbox and the solo world. And then the only difference is, my band, like I think that Matchbox 20 is the greatest pop rock band in the planet. And my solo band is just this group of just head cutters. You know what I mean? Like they just slap. They're so good. And it's joy, and we have such a good time. And then on top of all of that, this is the first time that my son's going to be the guitar player in my solo band.
What?
Oh, that's so cool.
You have a son old enough to be the guitar player in your band?
Dude, that kid is pushing 30.
Really? I just saw your anniversary post to your wife, and it was one of the most beautiful romantic posts I've ever seen.
Aww.
It was so nice. If you haven't seen it, I mean, you posted it for the world to see, and it's on, if you follow Rob on social media, like you should, you can see it there. That is so cool. What a great moment for you.
No kidding.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing. Like I said, so my guitar player had been with me since 2004, and he retired from playing live. And when he did, the first thing he did was say, I've been watching Mason, who's my son, and his band The Lucky on on his Instagram, and he's really, really good, and I think maybe he should take the seat. And it turns out he wanted to do it. So I mean, that's just like, it's an exciting thing because for years, being on the road is kind of the thing that takes you away from your family. It means you don't get to see them as much as you like to. Mm-hmm. And now it's kind of the thing that's bringing us together and and making us be able to hang out all the time.
It probably makes you appreciate after COVID being out in front of an audience again. I think we all didn't realize how lucky we were until we didn't have it.
Yeah. I mean, just everybody wash your hands and we'll be fine.
Yeah. Be cool, everyone.
Yeah. I mean, just calm down. We don't need to get sweaty and touch each other, though. I mean, we're fine.
Now, I'm wondering, I know you talked about Matchbox 20 being one of the greatest pop bands ever, and obviously you love your solo band. Do you ever, like, pit them against each other? Like, say, like, well, my solo band would be able to do this song in probably 20 minutes. We'd have it figured out. Do you play them off of each other?
All of the time. I mean, it started out like there was real contention there, because when I first went solo, we had been out like boom, boom, boom for years straight. And so everybody was taking a break anyway. And so it was a good window for me to do it. But then when I kept doing it, there was a big ripple in the band at first. But I think Paul, who's in Matchbox, he put it best when he said, I can't tell my best friend not to do something that he loves because it's inconvenient for me. Mm-hmm. And so then when that said, all the gloves are off. And so, yeah, I could, I mean, but you got to remember, like, all my solo guys will come see Matchbox and Matchbox comes to see the solo shows. And so, it's like its own little, little family there. There's a Venn diagram where we all come together.
When does the album come out? Did you say, Rob? I just listened to your new single. Now, these guys haven't heard it because you were a surprise guest. But when does the album come out and the new single drop? Hard to Be Happy is the name of the single.
I just got so I this is my first time in 30 years. I'm not on Atlantic Records now. I'm on Universal Republic. And so I just got my a list yesterday of this is the rollout. So I think right before the tour starts in August, or maybe late July, early August, the single will come out, and then in the fall the record will come out. But throughout that time while I'm on the road, we'll release songs here and there.
When I started in radio, Rob, I remember I had a good friend, Mary Tripodi. She worked for.
Oh, I love Mary.
Yeah, Mary, awesome, and she knew I loved music, and so she would always give me new CDs. She's like, I think you'll like this. I think you'll like this. And she gave me one of your CDs, and I was like, I'm not really in the mood for this. So I think I gave it away, and it ended up being it was Matchbox 20. It was your first CD, but it was it pulled out like a Matchbox cover.
Oh yeah,
matches.
We made a couple of those too.
Yeah, and it was like a rarity that I'm still mad. I can still remember who I gave it to, too. Debbie. She's still holding on to it, even when I went back and tried to take
Debbie,
it back.
Right? Debbie's the worst.
I'm like, you didn't even love it like I did.
Oh, my God. No, Debbie doesn't appreciate that. You know Debbie. You know how she is.
She's on the radio. She gave up on this medium, and I'm still here year after year after year, Rob.
You should call her back. I had a fan give me one because I didn't have any, because I just like that. I mean, the funny thing about it, we have a phone full of pictures, right? And those pictures aren't going to mean anything right now. But if you go back 20 years and you look at some of these pictures, they're like gold. And so you never know when something's important. The bad thing about the good old days is you never know when you're in them.
I know. Mm-hmm. But you also don't know because you don't want to be a hoarder. We've all seen the show. If I held on to everything, I just give up stuff William Nilliam all the time because it's
William Nilliam. I like that you're formal with the phrase.
It's a show thing.
My wife has a place for that. It's called My Studio. So anytime I bring something home from the road, little trinkets that fans give me, or things that I think are fun, or flags that fans have signed, and it's always, she's like, oh, that's going to be so good in your studio.
I hope it's a big studio.
Yep.
I did want to bring up, and I know this is so old news, but we haven't talked to you since this all happened. But how cool was it? The whole song in Barbie and them singing it, and that whole moment is it was the perfect song for all these Kens to sing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that when Ken ran out of his emotion words, he could only turn to that kind of 90s angst, because that was where we were. We were like, young and didn't know what to do with our emotion words. So we wrote these kind of songs to try and help us through it. I think it was great. The thing that really kind of sucked about that moment was it was during the writer's strike. And so because we're part of AFTRA, we weren't allowed to talk about it. So we had this new record out. We had this tour. The biggest movie in the world had the song in it. And we weren't allowed to talk about it during that time at all.
Oh, man. That is a bummer. So it's okay that I asked about it 2 years later.
Yeah, because literally every night, I would introduce the song and I would be like, this song goes out to Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, he was incredible. Just so incredible.
He's so pretty.
He is. He's a talent. He's a true gem and a talent for sure. Well, we want everyone to buy tickets to your show, Rob Thomas. It's the all-night days tour. And by the way, a Great Big World opening for this tour.
Yeah, Great Big World is opening. Some of the shows on the West Coast, my son's band, The Lucky, will be opening some of those shows as well.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
But Great Big World is doing the whole tour with us. A really good band.
Oh, cool. Well, you're going to be at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater on August 26th. So get your tickets and look forward to the new album and the new single and all the good stuff coming your way, Rob. Thank you so much for being a little Who's on the Hotline for us today on the Courtney
Show. It's so good to talk to you again. Thank you guys so much for the time.
Thanks, Rob. How great was Rob Thomas?
So good.
I've never talked to him. He was fantastic.
Me either.
Yeah. He's every time through 25 to 30 years that I've had the opportunity to interview him, always just as great as you just heard.
I love that.
Yeah. That's who you want to root for.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you to Rob Thomas for being a Who's on the Hotline. What a great surprise for these two, especially.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about your house.
First 5 Notes on 106.5 The Arch.
First 5 Notes is furnished by Carroll House Furniture. Celebrate over 60 years of nice things during the anniversary sale at Carroll House Furniture. All right, let's meet our contestant today for First 5 Notes. It's Jennifer from Lake St. Louis. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, good morning.
Jennifer's a tad on the nervous side.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-oh.
It'll be okay.
Lots of confidence when you dialed the number, not as much when I answered the phone, right, Jennifer?
I'm never confident that you're going to answer.
Well, I did, and that means you are playing for tickets to see Halsey. Halsey is going to be at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater, and that is on next week. It's next week, Jennifer.
Okay.
Quick turnaround. All right, let's do it. All right, you have to pick one of us to play against. You have to get 2 out of 3 in First 5 Notes in order to win these tickets, artist or title of the song. And if you do, we'll give you these tickets. Who do you want to play against?
Sorry, what are my options?
Well, it's a tough choice. You've got Barb, of course, which is always a popular choice. And then you've got the Falconer. That would be me. And then Ashton.
Okay. I guess we'll go with Barb.
Barb it is.
All right. You're going down. You're going down, Jennifer.
No.
Are you ready to go?
Ready as I will always, or as I'll get. Sorry.
All right. All right. Here we go. Here is song number 1.
Miss Jones.
Mr. Jones. Sounded like that. Good start. 1 for 1.
That's guy. There's an asterisk there.
Mm-hmm.
You think?
She said Miss Jones.
Did she or didn't she?
She said
it. Cutting out a little bit. I give him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
Oh, Barb's being tough on you.
That's
Jennifer.
right.
All right, here is song number 2.
Can you do it one more time?
Sure.
Oh, I know this one. Billie Jean?
That's right. Michael Jackson.
That's it.
Very good.
Unassisted. Jennifer, you're a big winner. You got 2 out of 3. That's all you needed to do. But we can do the third song if you like and go for glory and possibly end up in the Hall of Fame. Are you ready?
Okay, let's do it.
Deep breath.
Okay, I have no idea.
No clue? Should we let Barb steal it?
Never gonna get it.
No. Incorrect. You know the artist?
Yeah.
Is it In
Throwback.
Vogue?
It is In Vogue.
Jennifer,
I should have
congratulations
known.
from everyone here at the Barb Show.
Yeah, big fans.
You have won a pair of tickets to see Halsey next Wednesday night. It's June 18th, Hollywood Casino, Amphitheater. All the ticket details on our website, but we will get you your tickets, Jennifer. Congratulations. We'll play again tomorrow on the Courtney Barb.
It's The Courtney Show.
There's some questions as to what your name will be.
I don't think I get to pick, right?
You don't, and I think we just said Ashton because somebody said Ashton the other day.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
We haven't landed
I
on...
panicked. I had to try to come up with something.
I know.
and
That was a good.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
different names.
There's so...
I think...
You said you have one in mind, right? The other day?
No, I did
Oh.
not specifically.
I thought you had
That was
something
it.
up your sleeve.
Well, I put thought into it. And Marty brought up a good point. The big arms thing,
Yeah.
is the longest.
we have to keep telling that story or people just think she's
Got large
grossly
arms.
misproportioned human
Right.
being, and that's not why. And then we already have like the thes.
Right, because
We've
I
had-
like the puzzler, but then we've got the falconer and the puzzler.
And then we had the big ragu or big ragu.
But it was more the big ragu.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, I
And
don't want
then
to keep leaning on
Barb. But the is funny with just the ending being
the
Barb.
Barb. Yeah, so I don't know. I thought it just feels like your alter ego
It would be nice
would be
though,
named Ashton.
to have a little sound effect in there.
But yeah, then you need something for Ashton. I don't know. It's all stupid.
You have had moments where there's names for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Smoothie Princess is one too.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
dad would like that.
He would. He would approve.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
We don't-
yeah,
we haven't-
I just settled on Ashton for in the moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
But obviously we need to improve our imaging.
Yes, that's right. People like that though. I did want to bring up before we move on to text, which you guys have sent some good texts in today, so thank you. Afton was telling me off the air that Pickles is really having a hard time with her new schedule.
He
Really?
is the most upset of anyone in the house by far.
Like giving her the cold shoulder.
Yeah, so I come in, I come in through the garage, and usually it's click, 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 the little paws on the floor running over. He will not run over to the door.
Really?
Nope. And he he does this thing now where he sits on the bottom step, like the front door and then the steps going upstairs. He sits on the bottom step.
Upstairs brag.
Yeah. We have downstairs too.
Ooh.
He sits on like the second step and he'll just kind of lay there. And I'm like, hey, where's Pickles? Pickles, where are you? Doesn't make a peep. And then I come over to the stair and I'm like, hey, buddy. And he turns his head the other way.
Oh.
It's like he won't look at me. And he's doing this thing now. He sleeps in the bed with us. But when I get up to get ready, he jumps out of bed and goes and pouts in his bed in the corner.
Yep, he's sending you a message.
He is not happy.
How is Pickles when you go on vacation and come back?
I mean,
same thing.
he does the thing like, this is a bad example, but you ever see when like somebody comes home from the military and they've been gone and their dog just go, that's what he does. He's like crying and running in a circle like, oh, they're back. And as soon as we get out the suitcases, he is mad.
To go to when you're packing.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
He's quite dramatic, but he, he's very upset about this.
And you're not getting home late.
No.
It's like you still have all the afternoon. It's the morning.
Yeah, you're not gone all day.
No. But he
And
is,
You need to explain to him, like, this could be worse. I could have a 9 to 5.
he doesn't even know. He doesn't understand that.
Yeah, but
We got him
And
at
COVID-
work from home time.
COVID hurt a lot of animals with people having to go back to work.
He is not happy.
Oh,
He's
it's
very mad
I know
at
it's
me.
bothering you too.
I'll try to take a video today and see what he does.
Oh yeah, do totally.
I have to take him to a little doggy therapy or something.
The kids are like, just take him with you. Like, I'm not taking him with me.
Yeah, I don't think we're allowed to have dogs in
No.
here.
Get a little vest on him, like, oh, it's a support dog.
I think I'm his support person.
But there's people at home. It's not like you're leaving and there's not humans at the house.
No.
There's still a house full of people.
Yes.
You're
Maybe
his person.
I am.
He just prefers the other people, though. He's like, I don't even need you.
No, he's
These
mad.
kids are
He's
great.
just mad.
We got this from somebody that was listening to the podcast. It's actually not just a someone. It's the Phantom. We mentioned the blog yesterday, and I like this. The Phantom said, I appreciate the blog. It's a regular part of my daily TCS routine. Podcast, blog, check Facebook for the daily best things, and the GTG page for the latest funnies from the group. P.S. I'm loving Afton's GTG Song of the Day intros and show sign-offs. Let's keep them a little chaotic. Hitting the post or whatever it's called has been done. Afton can put her own stank on it this way.
Chaotic is right. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Ned said, hey, I have an offer for you. If you ever decide to expand your show and want to balance out the testosterone level for Brando and life experience level for Courtney, so you're old, Ned, and you're male, let me know. I will be willing to come out of self-inflicted semi-broadcasting retirement to round out your program.
Oh, really? Ned's a veteran?
I guess so. Let's see. Cheryl said, once again, I was incepted. I went out yesterday and picked up a black diamond watermelon this morning. OMG. Sweet and juicy. Courtney, if you go back to Genesis and St. Peter's, make a stop at Anthony's Produce off of Jungerman. You will not regret it.
Ooh.
That's what we had yesterday.
It was really good.
It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in Farmington, Mo, you have to try the fried corn on the cob from Catfish Kettle.
Oh, they fry it? I wonder if they deep fry it. I've never heard of it.
It sounds like they deep fry it.
I feel like it would explode or something.
I know.
Yeah.
Seems dangerous.
Might turn it into popcorn.
Oh, we made popcorn again.
Popcorn. 6 Americans don't like corn on the cob, and 2 of them live in my house. Makes me feel like I failed my country. That's from, I think, Drumstick. James, don't call me Holzhauer, whatever it is.
Dave.
Today is also Pint Day. Lots of beer makers are doing specials today. So there you go. Then people, I'm just going to mention these road trip candy that people sent in.
Yeah, I was interested in this.
Mine is Spree candy. Combos and Swedish fish from another texter. Peanut butter M&Ms and red licorice bites for me. So they're saying like nibs, I guess.
Yeah.
Zero Bar is road trip
Oh, wow.
fave. And somebody else said self-checkout. You can't use your points.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I have never had deep fried sausage, but I air fried some brats for the first time recently, and they were the best I have ever had. That air fryer for hot dogs and brats,
Okay, I'm going to try it.
next
then.
level. Then we got a couple texts about stuff that people didn't notice. Your significant other. Mm-hmm. I don't know if anything will be better than the tattoo on somebody's wrist that they just noticed.
A long time.
My mom had painted my grandpa's room, her dad, when he was out of town on vacation. His original wall colors were light pink with a ballerina wallpaper around the top. It was our old room. She painted it tan and took the ballerinas down. He never noticed.
How?
After 2 months, my mom went crazy and told him. Also, we recently repainted our front door from tan to a dark blue. He didn't notice that for 2 weeks.
Oh, my goodness.
He
That's
was
funny.
not paying attention to his surroundings. I mean, pink and ballerinas, and
The
you don't
door I
notice?
could understand, but like the pink room
Yeah.
without ballerinas all of a sudden.
Crazy. I rode in the car for 3 hours with my husband, and we got to our place. He got out of the car, and my friend said, "Oh, you shaved your mustache off." He laughed and said, and she said she did not even notice. I will never live that down. I had been married for 28 years, now 32, when I came home from work on Valentine's Day to a candlelit dinner on the table with salmon and all the fixins. I hate fish. He has always known this. Needless to say, he and some had a romantic, I guess, son He and our son had a romantic salmon dinner. Thank you guys for all your texts today. You can get your Great Taste Gang song of the day in on our website. But if you want to text us on the Cheney window and door text line, that's 314-6694. Nope. Yeah, 4665. That's it.
The Courtney Show.
Well, that is a wrap for us. And hello, Tim.
I'm slinking in.
We should let him do.
You are incredibly late today. I don't even know why you came in.
The commute looked much different this time.
Got his Duke Bakery sweatshirt on.
That is good merch.
It's a signature. I did want to mention before we leave that you're going to put a picture of Pickles up on the story today.
Yeah, Ryan sent me one as we were talking about it. He's really pouting today.
He's in your office right now.
He's sitting in my office, just looking mad.
Yeah, does not. He looks. Yes.
Very upset.
Her dog is really having some issues with her new job.
Of course.
Yeah.
So sad.
But there's a whole house full of people.
You know what's funny? My dog is upset that I'm home.
Things have changed so much for our animals.
Max, when Emma would take the boys in the morning, Max would ride with them every day. Well, now we go together and no Max in the car, and he's devastated. I know.
What are we doing to our pets here?
I know.
So terrible. We got a couple texts about that catfish kettle. They bread their corn on the cob before they fry it.
That's interesting. Still feel like it would potentially turn into popcorn at some point, but I'm sure that's not how corn works.
Catfish kettle in Farmington, Mo, is the bomb.
I've never even
and
heard
it can
of
be a
this.
bomb.
Me either.
Yeah.
Of corn.
Yes. On the blog today, there's a bunch of funny stuff that you can go look at, like my best thing. One of them was about how to prepare your kids for social media trolls in the future. It's just kind of funny. Best 100 songs of 2025 so far. Trailers. There's a couple good trailers that you can look at. So a lot of stuff at 1065thearch.com. Don't forget to register for the trip to see Superman, the premiere in LA in July. You get to walk the red carpet. We pay for you and 3 guests, airfare, hotel accommodations, and then you'll be the first to see Superman before it hits theaters. It's
That's
you.
Right. That's right. You can do that. Also, 1065thearch.com is where you can find our podcast. You can make sure and download the app, listen to our podcast there. Follow us on social, The Courtney Show, STL, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all the things. Follow us there. And also, while you're on the website, make sure and request your Great Taste Gang Song of the Day. It's sponsored by Cantor Injury Law. You can count on Cantor when you've been hurt. Visit CantorInjuryLaw.com. Melanie wanted to hear All Around the World by Lisa Stansfield, so we're going to play it. And we'll see you tomorrow on The Courtney Show. 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Chaotic.
Chaotic.
Oh, hey. The Courtney Show podcast nailed it again. Everybody deserves a good pat on the back and a big glass of bourbon at Salt and Smoke. See you there.
Hi, I'm Mark Cantor. My law firm is Cantor Injury Law. Honor, integrity, loyalty, faith, and family are the principles and the foundation of Cantor Injury Law, and why we get justice for the injured and can win you the big bucks. If you have been in a car accident, truck accident, boating, or ATV crash, or even had a dog bite, please call Cantor Injury Law, 314-628-9999. There is no fee unless you win. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
Oh, hey, this is Tom from Salt and Smoke. I like this podcast because it's made by real people who bring their own take on what's doing. Makes my day a little nicer to hear them talk. That's kind of what we try to do at Salt and Smoke. Real food from scratch, made the way we think is best to make your day have a little more flavor. Find your bestie at saltandsmokebbq.com. Oh, and Chris isn't that funny.